Poor voice is like out of here. I just can't hear a thing.
He said you sounded like you about to be the greatest game on the Nintendo, bro. It's 96 all over again, G.
Let me try and do something.
Oh, man,
Yeah, I'm sorry. They gonna have to redate.
Is
I
this
don't know,
better?
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Oh my
they can't
gosh.
kill that show off, bro. That show was too good, bro.
Oh man, we deep today, huh, dog? We deeper than I be when I'm in them guts, dog.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh man.
You doing too much.
All right, so y'all don't need me. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, Jigga.
Where the fuck's Jigga going?
I don't know. He'll be back in a second. But welcome back to Usual Suspects podcast. We missed a couple of episodes because of no news and the fact that people should spend time with their families instead of me. I'm your host, Century, and we got two guests. Jig is back. And let's do these intros before we get into these topics and probably yell about a lot of dumb shit that's going to be hilarious later on when we think about it. Who should we start with? Not Red Hood, because Red Hood's carrying that dead body in this. All right, Jigga, you go first since you said something.
Oh man.
Oh man, hey, what's good, y'all? It's Jigga, your favorite casual gamer. Also, your favorite person to shit on Red Dead because the online is trash. But yeah, let's get to the topics today, people.
The online trash and the whole game trash. Simple as that.
Well, I ain't say all that.
Hardhead, since she spoke up, dog.
Oh man. Ooh wee! It's Goofy. Back at you for another fucking episode, dog. If the online's a part of the game, that means the game is trash. Simple as that.
If the online part of the game, the review should drop.
Definitely.
Man, if the online didn't come out day one, should the review drop?
Definitely.
So if a girl gives you some whack head, does it mean her vagina whack too?
Definitely.
No, it does
my
not.
God.
No, it does not. I'm just saying, no, you can't do that.
You know what? We'll come back to that. Strat.
It's me, Strat, everybody. The best gamer around. Let's have a good podcast.
You got it. Red Bud.
Hey guys, this is Reddit 420. Fuck Fallout 76, fuck Bethesda, fuck Netflix, and fuck all that
Amen.
shit.
Oh man.
My boy really angry out here. And Melodic Pump, the last of the suspects before we get to guests.
What is up, guys? This is Melodic Punk, the punk rock gamer. You know how it is. Haven't been doing much lately because of work, finals, the holiday season. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And yeah, some really amazing news came out this week, and I'm ultra excited for next week for Smashmas. Let's go.
You said ultra. You should have said you're ultimately excited, dog.
Yeah, that would have made more sense. But my promo.
Let's get to our guest. Our first guest, homie of the podcast, the real Chicago Savage Henry. What's good? The 10 guy. What's popping, dog?
Nothing much. Laying in my bed, relaxing, talking to y'all.
Whoa.
You don't got no intro, goddamn it.
What am I supposed to say? I
You
don't.
can't be laying in your bed talking to this dog. That's
You
weird.
got to promote yourself. Show them your YouTube channel and all that.
Dude, I haven't made a video in years. I stream when I want. Like, I do what I want when I want. Nobody.
Same
hot.
thing here,
That's
but
hot.
that's
hot.
about to
That's hot.
change.
That's hot. I like that. I do what I want. There you go. That's Henry new tagline. I do what I want. And a friend of mine, I know him in many Discord servers, the ultimate Marvel stan, DMV fan, uno dos tres.
Hey, what's going on, people? It's DMV fan. If Avengers 4 trailer doesn't come next week, I'm gonna be pissed.
Hey man, it's supposed to be coming out Monday.
Well,
Chill, man.
Prepare to be pissed.
Shout out to
coming out
DMV
Monday.
fan. He always puts on for us, even when we don't put on for ourselves.
High key facts. And we got a melodic punk dying, and if he dies, I'm not liable. I don't pay you guys.
Yeah, people in my house have been going on with the cold, especially my nephew.
Oh man, blessings, bro. Oh no. So we gonna start off these topics with some light housekeeping. The debate podcast, December sometimes. I know it's supposed to be in November, but I couldn't lock nobody down. And honestly, wasn't nobody gonna do that shit last week. So yeah.
I would have did. Oh man, spooky.
Shut up. That's gonna be sometime in December before the end of the year. That's pretty much housekeeping and intros. Let's get to these damn topics. The first topic is one nobody's gonna care about except me. Maybe, I don't know. Shouldn't have assumed that. Resident Evil costume for Street Fighter V, a costume for Jill, for Cammy, I think there's one for Irian. I forget what character it is. I think it might be Nemesis. And one more for Ken. I think he's supposed to be Leon or something like that. Do we care about this?
Not really.
Nope.
Costumes.
Okay, so nobody cares. Strat ain't gonna talk to Strat. Don't play fighting games.
Moving on.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it, Strat. You got it. Civilization 6 is
I'm playing in battles Dragon Ball Z right now.
Wow. Civilization 6 is new. You notice that I just escaped that, Strat. I was like, you got it. Moved on. Yeah. Who dropped?
Who left?
Red Hood.
Oh, he's probably getting on his PC. Civilization 6. I need to find the name of the new DLC because I forgot. I don't know how I forgot that too because I did know it. It is called Civilization 6 Gathering Storm, and it'll be released on I almost said Thanksgiving. No, Valentine's Day. There we go. Only took me a second. So, is anybody going to be copping the Civ 6 DLC, or do you not play Civilizations?
I don't play Civ, but I might check it out at some point now that I'm more on PC.
Oh man,
Definitely good.
not again. So
I played those games when I was young, and I think it's like I'm too old. I don't have the attention span for that.
Jigga don't want to fight Gandhi again. Gandhi fucked his life up.
Oh man.
No, that's the shit that fucked me up about Sales. How is the Gandhi supposed to be the most peace-loving motherfucker, but when you get on Sales, he the most cut?
But see, that's how you enforce peace, by having everybody under your thumb. See,
Right, he was
Nah,
the
just
most-
do it like Lelouch did in Code
Oh,
Geass.
God.
hey,
Have
it
everyone
worked, though.
hate you and die for it.
It worked though.
Shit.
Or did it? I didn't watch anything after that. So
No, I mean they're doing an alternate season, so it didn't work.
Well, somebody said Jigga's the best member on the podcast. Okay, sure, whatever you
why
say,
you
bro.
hate people speaking fast?
Hey, Jig is cool. I like him.
Nigga, I don't know if he's the best member. I think that's I feel like somebody gassed him, but
He has my favorite catchphrase.
oh,
Oh,
man.
You know
man.
what it is? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
Nah, but we gonna move on from Sibs and Jigga getting his ass blasted by Gandhi.
Oh man, chill.
Oh,
No, man. Pause.
So if you guys recall, a little bit like I think it happened like Monday or Tuesday during like last week, or I think a little bit like Saturday or something like that. A rumor dropped that a voice actor who got denied, they was like, nah, dog, we don't need you for this shit. Claimed that a new Mortal Kombat project, Mortal Kombat 11, is in the works. How do we feel about this? Because honest to God, I could care less about another round fighter at this point. Fuck it.
I mean, Mortal Kombat's a classic. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but I know the fans will be happy about it. So, I mean, I'm not surprised because they do the intervals with Injustice and Mortal Kombat. So,
Yeah, every 3 years, right?
It was
Yeah.
2, but it's 3 now, yeah.
I like Mortal Kombat more than Street Fighter. I've never I'm not gonna say that I don't have the appeal for Street Fighter. It's just like I've always played more of Mortal Kombat. If they make a new one, I might check it out. But I didn't even buy Mortal Kombat 10. It's the game the fighting game that I like to play like casually. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Strat, you buying it?
Nope.
Is it because there's no Ninja Turtles in it?
Yep.
God
Yo,
damn.
that was badass. Injustice 2 that they did that. I ain't gonna lie.
I fucked with Hellboy more than the Turtles, but that's just me.
Yeah.
It's not just you.
Alright.
Mortal Kombat is. I like NetherRealm fighting games the most because they have like the best story modes, and I'm not really like a hardcore fighting fan, so it appeals to me more. And it lines up with their schedule because every 3 years they put out a new game. So, and they don't have Rocksteady showing anything. We'll get into that later, but
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Mortal Kombat. Everybody said that they're not buying it, pretty much, except for maybe Melodic. That's what Ash.
Maybe. I've kind of stopped caring about Mortal Kombat, but if it's good, I'll check it out.
Hey, Hardhead, you there? We about to talk about your favorite game, G.
Oh man.
Not
Doc,
PUBG.
is, Doc Hardhead, he's not saying anything.
No, he good. So Hardhead, we found out that Crackdown 3 will not feature any microtransactions or loot boxes. You gonna buy it? Are we buying Crackdown 3?
The
Fuck
microtransaction is buying the game in the first fucking place.
There you go. Fuck that game.
So
I'll
you
check
saying-
it out on Game Pass, but that's it.
The thing
No,
is-
I'm not even getting Game Pass for it. I'm not supporting that shit. Needs to go in the
Y'all
toilet.
so fucking hate.
No, I tell you the truth. I'd rather buy that game than a lot of games that have microtransactions and loot boxes.
I mean, at least they're doing the right thing by not having it. But at the same time, like some of the auto aim in Crackdown 3 is kind of a little bit spooky.
Oh,
so-
dude,
We
it's
can't
like, no, that's not
congratulate
even
you.
auto aim. That's like straight up lock on with no weapon sway.
But we
But
can't
the thing is, it's
congratulate
not
them
like
for
you
that.
have to pay $60 to try the game out. So, if I can get Game Pass for like a good $2 deal whenever Microsoft has it, I'll try it out. And if it's
See, that's
bad,
the
it's bad,
problem,
but-
though. It's like we could do that about the Game Pass shit and say, you know, it's on Game Pass, so we could just give it a pass. Me, I'm just like, nah, that game isn't looking just trash to me.
I'm not giving
gonna
it a
support
pass necessarily, but I'll check it out and have my own verdict of it.
Yeah.
Would I pay $60 for it? Hell fucking no.
Yeah.
If anybody pays $60 for that game, you either one of two things: you fuck with Crackdown heavy, or you just a fucking idiot.
Oh man, Xbox, you gotta represent.
I'm more
I
inclined.
just want to see how it runs on PC though. It's like my main thing.
What'd you say, Henry?
I'm more inclined to go with fucking idiots.
Hey, oof, that's a big oof. Like goddamn. But I mean,
man, all the Xbox hating here, dog.
I wish like Jigga. If this game does not sell well, like numbers wise, no one cares
Oh,
because
No, I can already tell you it won't, dog.
yeah. But here's my thing: it's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest, doesn't make a sound.
Yes.
Is there anyone around to hear it?
No.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I mean, it
matter.
matters because that's a tree that could have been alive, giving us air. But I mean, it makes
know
a game it really doesn't.
I just don't understand the like Xbox fans always make out Crackdown to be this huge franchise that it never was. It was
Like,
Crackdown
Crackdown
1 was
wasn't
good,
that good.
and then 2 was just bad.
I mean, it
was
has to be that
one was
franchise.
One was
'Cause
a
they
game
don't-
that you got like when you were bored. It's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
bored. I need something to play. Let me get this. Like nobody was going out to play Crackdown, dog.
Yeah.
And the reason why
There's
it
not-
sold as much is the first one is because like I think they bundled like a Halo
They-
beta with that shit.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
Yeah,
the Halo
they did.
beta that sold that game.
Yeah, so it's like nobody was really looking for that game like that, bro.
That is a C tier franchise, well, D tier franchise that got propped up by an A plus
Yeah.
franchise at the time.
I agree.
I actually take that
Man.
back. Halo 3, that was back when Halo was S tier. Take that back. That was S tier.
But I'll be open minded. I'll check it out on Game Pass because, you know, yeah, it may not be that great of a game, but at least it's looking a little bit less spooky than Fallout 76 is right now. But
Almost heaven. Bug
Yeah.
Virginia.
that's the only
Fuck
good thing
Virginia.
about
Hold
Fallout.
on, man. Hold on.
I said Bug Virginia. Calm down, G.
Oh man, I don't live in Virginia, so
Hey, so DLV fan, you
I
like
don't-
PlayStations, right?
Yeah.
How much do you like PlayStations?
Oh yeah, I call myself a PlayStation fan. I'm not a fanboy though.
Oh,
I
so
can
you got-
call them out when they're doing something wrong, like cross progression.
I got a question though. Would you say you're as biggest fan as Pony Move Johnny?
Well, I'm excited for Tsushima. Yeah. Jack Move's kind of a fraud because he's not excited for Tsushima or Death Stranding.
Whoa. I can't let you slander my man like that.
No, I love Jack Move, man.
yeah.
The reason I ask all this is because, as you guys know, long-standing game in development made by Rockstar to be put on the PS Triple, PS3, other names for it. Agent, its trademark got dropped. How do we feel about this?
Yeah.
Well,
That's a
Not
big
to
We
happen.
never
Not
saw
to
it,
happen.
so-
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Agent was supposed to be some like spy thriller multiplayer game back for the PS3. It's supposed to, I forget how many players it was supposed to be, but it was supposed to be this popping ass game and shit. Rockstar was making it, It never
Yeah.
fucking
I
came
should
out.
never even got a trailer. All I ever had was that PNG with Agent.
Yeah. See, my thing is, did like Sony already pay for that as being exclusive or what? Like,
Yes.
how does that work? Because if they do, they still owe them an exclusive, and
That's
or are they
probably
going to change the? Are they going to change the terms of for a lot of years to have Rockstar as marketing deals?
That's probably
I think
it.
I think that Sony, because they never got Agent, they're just like Rockstar's like, you know what? The next couple of games we'll give you marketing rights for it. Fuck it. We owe you that much.
It might be a lot. It might be like several like games and stuff like that.
It depends on how much the budget of that game was, to be honest. But yeah.
When was Agent originally revealed?
2000 and I want to say 5, but let me go check it to be sure. Agent.
It probably got dropped because PlayStation 3 was probably not doing well at the time, but at the same time, you know, they were probably also busy with the next Grand Theft Auto as well. So.
It was announced in 07, formally revealed in 09, and then nothing was really talked about for years.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that has more to do with what happened with the PS3 early in its life cycle than the game itself. Because pretty much anything, if the PS3 would have jumped out of the gate the way the PS4 and the PS2 did, any game you put on that system at that time would have sold something.
They were probably having a lot of technical problems because PS3 was not easy to develop for because of the cell architecture compared to the 360's like PC architecture.
I mean, at this point, like, it's like I didn't really care for Agent. If it came out, it came out. It's whatever. But Sony couldn't spend the rest of their days and years and months and hours trying to figure out what they're gonna do with that and how it's gonna come out, if it was gonna even come out. So it is what it is. No sense crying over spilt milk.
I saw people comparing it to Scalebound, and I'm like, we saw Scalebound. We didn't see Agent. How could you even?
Let me guess, Xbox fans were doing that?
Yeah.
I feel wait. This is my problem when the Xbox fans do that. Agent was Scalebound. We saw fucking gameplay of Scalebound. There was closed door gameplay of Scalebound. We heard all of this talk about Scalebound, and then they get canned. We'll never know the official reasoning why, but I find it hard to believe personally, hard to believe that Platinum Games couldn't get a game out on time and on budget.
Yeah.
Microsoft, with the way Microsoft's been buying up studios, they probably went in and said, hey, we want to buy you guys. Platinum Games told them to fuck off, and Microsoft was like, okay, then cut off all funding.
That's probably before they was opening up the checkbook to buy all these studios, and then we're gonna talk about that other news about Microsoft too. Actually, you know, we'll talk about it right after this. But yeah, Agent didn't come out, never coming out. Rockstar hold that L, Sony hold that L. Moving on to Microsoft right quick. So there was a bit of news coming out this week that Microsoft opened up a blank check for all their studios and told them to make their wildest dreams. What do we think about this, and do we actually believe it?
That's a lie.
Good on fucking Microsoft.
No, that's a lie. Ain't no way they doing that.
If they're actually doing that, good on them.
Facts.
Realistically, I don't think it's going to be like an unlimited budget, but considering Microsoft has plenty of money in the bank, they'll probably give a pretty good chunk amount compared to like other game studios around. But I don't think they're really about to pour all their fucking wallets out just to make games.
It don't really matter how much money you got in the bank if the investors to say no, bruh.
I mean, we have to see what the results come out of these games. So it's just like, we can talk about budget all day, but we got to see what the game is going to look like at the end of the day.
If they would have said they like gave them some money to like see if they come up with some concept or something, or like put something out first, then they say, yeah, we give you all this money, that's different. But none of these studios have, well, I ain't gonna say they never done nothing other than what's the name, but like these studios haven't like really did much to like deserve all this budget for them to be saying that though. So
I mean, I can see Obsidian getting a good chunk of change from Microsoft to make whatever game. Initiative, I don't know. Like,
they don't have
that would be a different situation. But like, I can see a studio like Obsidian and like maybe 343. But you know, yeah. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money we're talking about. We got to see what the games are going to look like.
The problem is 343 and the Coalition are pretty much only going to make games in the universes that their titles are based off of. So they're like null and void, though.
True.
So we put them to the side. So the only ones I really care about is I put the initiative to the side and give them leeway because they have like 4 people plus a janitor.
Yeah.
4 people. No, 4 people include the janitor.
Rusty the janitor.
Goddamn.
No, they all janitors, dog. Just fucking mopping,
Oh, chill.
mopping in circles.
Like, so when we go make a game, y'all, first we got to clean the studio. Fuck you mean making a game? This shit got to be fucking clean. God damn it. But let's see. You got Playground. I think they could do something neat with the money. And like, people are going to be like, but I thought you hate Microsoft. It's like, no, I just think that.
Yo, Playground would be a good studio to give a lot of change to make a good ass game.
Yeah, like people get mad at me because they think I shit on Microsoft and shit on. It's like, no, I own an Xbox. That means I actually give a fuck about this console and what they can and can't do.
Yeah, all this new dude, man, is plays his fucking Xbox, dog.
Jigga will know. He seen me online.
I like their franchises. I love Halo, but like in terms of hardware, I'm kind of done with Xbox. But at least I can play a lot of their new stuff on PC from here on out. So
yeah, you don't have to worry about
I'm still gonna try all the Microsoft exclusives.
Yeah, but it's like at this point, it's more like Jigga said, like Gian said in the chat. It's just more talk. It's like I can't do shit with talk. I need some action.
Yeah.
And it's like I give leeway when these studios are just getting bought. These studios are just getting money to make shit. But it's like until y'all make something, we're not judging shit and we're just going by leeway. You can't say the same shit for year after year after year and not have a game to give me. And then if you give me a game, this shit is subpar.
Yeah.
They're telling me they gotta walk the walk too.
Yeah.
You gotta walk it like you talk it. Offset.
Yeah.
That's what I was taught. But yeah, we're gonna move on from that fuckery of Microsoft and move into some new fuckery of BioWare. BioWare teased in a weekly thing that they do, kind of like Bungie and everybody else used to do on back in the day. I think Bungie and 343, I still think do like weekly little like blogs. BioWare is doing it too. They teased the Dragon Age stuff coming in the December, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but unless I'm getting a new game, I don't really care, dog, because I beat that whole game on stream. Check out Sentry at Sentry XJ on Twitch. Streams be okay. I beat the game again. I think it does a lot of novel shit. Other stuff not so much, but I need a new game because Dragon Age Inquisition was actually high key flames.
It looked pretty good from what I saw on your stream.
You just don't play RPGs.
Dude,
Me,
I'm
I don't
an
know.
RPG guy, dog. Shut up.
Man, fight
Me-
me, bitch.
I don't know, for me, it goes Dragon Age Origins, then Inquisition, and then 2.
Understandable.
I did not like Corypheus at all. I did like Trespasser a lot more than the base game, though.
I was supposed to stream Trespasser, but I never played Trespasser. I was like, I'm not holding the L on that.
I hate to be the guy to say this, but we're probably gonna have to hold our breath and see how Anthem does, because if that game fails, BioWare's going bye-bye.
Speaking of that, anybody
I don't
sign up
know.
for the Anthem Alpha?
I did.
I heard
I
people.
I thought that was a
already.
closed alpha. Can you actually sign up for that?
I signed
I
up on my
actually-
for PC, but I didn't get that confirmation yet.
I heard
Mhm.
Apex Dog already got it. His confirmation or something. Like that.
I have not yet, and I signed up right when I saw that.
I
signed
might
up
try
right
it
before
out.
the stream, actually.
You know I fucking hate EA. I might try it out.
Oh man, you hate the EA dog. What EA do to you, blood?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, that's all.
That's not that bad of a game right now, though.
It's not a bad game.
Right
It's just the
now.
practices that they were coming out and swinging with. Like, I bought the game after they removed all the bullshit for like $20, but it was just the fact that they keep on doing this woke shit on top of the whole microtransaction thing as well. It's
Hey,
like,
y'all
just
want to hear
focus
something?
on give me a good game.
I went to look at my email just now. You know what the first thing I see at the top?
Hmm?
Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
Fuck that game.
Wait, Fallback, Sea of Thieves was not that bad. It was just
No,
Jigga,
it's
I know you
dookie.
not fucking
It's
talking.
dookie.
Yo, see, it's
It
my
is-
game of the
y'all
year,
need-
bro. I know what you're talking about.
Wait, wait.
Well, I ain't seen
No,
it
no,
all
no,
that,
no,
bro.
no. Sea of Thieves deserves to be shit on because at the end of the day, they ruined their own game.
Whoa.
So I already been here
Whoa.
for a minute.
Man,
I need y'all to fall back. Sea of Thieves is not really that bad.
I mean, it got a Game Awards
Jigga,
nomination.
you should.
Y'all just don't have friends to play with.
That's what I'm saying,
Yo,
dog. 'Cause they
Have
look
you seen the trolls on that game?
Get some friends, you bums.
Have you seen the trolls on that game? Hell no.
Y'all just mad because y'all ain't got no girls to ride the seas with, bro. I be riding the seas with all my girls, dog.
Excuse me?
Seas full of girls, dog.
I'm back home, boys.
We out here looting,
Finally.
stealing booty.
Huh?
Man.
Yo, Jiggy,
Stealing booty as in treasure, or stealing booty
I
from
think
your
Jigga-
female?
Hold on. I
No,
think
see, we stealing booty while I'm getting booty. See,
What booty you getting, Jigga?
Jigga, hold on. Jigga's on
Shout out to Jigga. Yo.
Jigga's on that horny grind, I think.
Whoa!
Whoa! I'm just talking about Sea of Thieves. Get your mind out the gutter, dog.
Damn, the way you're saying things, it
Oh,
makes
shit.
Jigga go.
Oh man, fuck Sea of Thieves. That game is great.
That's disgusting. Jigga, you should be ashamed of yourself.
High key Jigga should.
Oh, man, no, I shouldn't.
I didn't get a
This is what
compliment
happens when
either.
Jigga opens his mouth about this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
This is
but,
what happens when y'all don't support a great game on the Sea of Thieves.
but yeah,
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves.
See these.
See, nah, leave it done.
That XO was trash, by the way.
High key. But moving
Oh.
back to what I was about to say, Anthem. Also on the Anthem topic, yeah, go sign up for the alpha if you can. They might send you a confirmation. They did not send me one. I did sign up for the play date.
It's for console, right?
Yeah, you can sign up
It's
for
for
the
It's
everything.
everything. PC as well.
Okay, I need to sign up for that then.
I might check it out.
I'm probably gonna do it on
Mm.
PC.
I gotta sign into my EA account right quick and go check. Who's asleep?
That's what I'm gonna do it right now. Who the fuck is asleep right now?
Yo,
Not me.
So let me
They
get
sounded like visions during the press start live stream.
yo.
Is that? No, I think that's hardhead.
Nah.
hard hit Michael.
My mic was muted.
Wow.
Damn, hardhead, you
Oh
snoring.
man,
What's your mic
was
muted? You
asleep.
that loud?
He was asleep.
Dude, I have to agree to a lot of this shit already. Community playtesting.
Dude, anyway,
Oh,
right?
no.
Anyway, what was I gonna say with Anthem? I think it might be delayed.
It won't.
Some people think it is.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I don't think so.
If it can do better than Destiny, that's fine. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
What's the
If it's better than Destiny, I'm buying it for sure. Because then I can stream that shit.
Because Destiny to me was very disappointing.
Yep, I totally agree. They only had to pull it back with the Forsaken DLC. That was pretty much saved them. I don't know how they got.
Second came out, I was like, "Fuck Destiny 2, I'm not playing it."
I don't know how that fucking saves you.
I don't know how it's got a nomination for an award. Can you guys believe that shit as well?
And it is an ongoing game.
Yeah.
How
Hold
does
on.
a DLC
If it's
you
mid-
have
wait,
to
wait,
buy to save the game that you bought already?
Wait,
Like,
wait,
what
wait.
that makes
Who's-
no fucking
Wait. If any time that they have music out, I think they at least get that. Musically, I don't think many games touch
Bungie has
that.
pretty good music, so
It wasn't music; it's for action.
I don't know about that one.
no.
Was it
Uh,
action Red Hood or what was it?
It was shooter in action. Yeah.
That's like me going to the store and buying a steak and not have to buy the barbecue sauce because the steak is terrible.
And then buying the seasoning and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like if I have to buy something to make something that I bought already better, like, bro, come on, bro.
Like I shouldn't,
Yeah,
like like I shouldn't have to buy a whole another $40 expansion just to make the game better when the base game really didn't deliver on what I want.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh my god, people are at my door. Hold on, let me get to the next topic.
The UPS
no
at your door?
Nah, I gotta go let my people out. Hold on. Next topic. We'll come back to that. Nintendo terminates the creators program.
Oh, happy
That's good.
day.
That's really
Happy
good.
fucking day.
But now, like,
Nintendo.
I'm gonna say these like Nintendo, like hardcore fans, we get to see their skills in action because that was one of the excuses they used. So we'll see.
Not
None of
me.
them dudes even
Let
play
me
games with me.
let me tell you why I'm extremely happy about this. Back when I had a channel previously called Melodic Triforce, I was planning on doing a bunch of Nintendo content during like middle school and high school. And then of course the creators program came during high school and that completely fucked my plans over. So eventually it was like, okay, well, I'm going to do Melodic Punk instead. So that way there's not a Nintendo focus. But now I can just finally go and just be creative and really like push the Nintendo content more, you know, because there's so many good Nintendo games out there, like Kid Icarus Uprising, that I would love to do like playthroughs and such of. So now that I get the opportunity to do that, that's great. Now you're probably thinking, well, why not you do that on Twitch? I am a person who likes to make a video and likes to do everything in post-production just so I can, you know, get a nice, you know, flow coming out of, you know, a Let's Play and whatnot. So for me, it's just awesome. And I'm definitely planning to do more Nintendo related content on my channel just because of that, especially with Smash coming out. And that's the bottom line.
Oh, man. Wait, so what if I allegedly streamed Zelda, but it was like not on the Switch, if you know what I mean? Like,
oh man,
you get screwed over, mate.
I mean, I don't think you would. You could just put it under, and nothing would happen.
Yeah, well, technically, like they say, you can't do pirated Nintendo games, but how are they going to check to see if you're using an emulator or not? I guess
mean,
you can hide your frame rates and all that stuff, you know.
No, you can tell if that shit looking crispy, bro.
Yeah, but they're not going to go to your channel just to look. Like, it's just like super hard to do.
Yeah, like I will say, like a lot of the rules on the new rules of doing the Nintendo content, they're pretty much fair game for the most part. Like, don't just upload gameplay. Like, do something with your gameplay, such as commentary. You know, it's fair game, and yeah, like anybody who's complaining about this, you know, there's nothing to complain about. It's Nintendo fans can finally go out there and express their opinions without kissing ass. Because that's another thing. It's like you had to kiss ass if you were on the creators program. Like if you were to criticize Nintendo and whatever Nintendo content you were doing, they had every right to take away all your revenue from the video. So this kind of brings back your ability to criticize Nintendo, you know, based off the games especially.
So basically, you stop being a slave and you can talk shit again.
Yeah. No, first of all, I wasn't even a slave in the first place. I was like, I'm not
talking about you. I'm talking about like how they like, because basically, if you wanted to make Nintendo content, you had to kiss ass. Yeah, you had to sign away pretty much your rights to talk.
From what I read, apparently, if you have like the actual content playing in the background while you're talking shit, they still can't claim your video.
Yeah, with Nintendo, they'll claim your video no matter if you're talking shit over there.
Or you're talking like strictly.
Well, they won't do that anymore.
Not anymore though.
Not anymore, but back in the day they used to.
So like, if you were to like do a review of ARMS and say, "Oh, ARMS is a decent idea, but the gameplay is very shallow. I don't really like how it's you know what I'm saying. You know, just very tiny criticism of a game. They'll take away all your revenue for it."
Nope.
Yeah.
So, you know, and for me, like, I'm definitely wanting to do more like Nintendo-based reviews and all that stuff now. So, I'm looking forward to it. So, I'm very happy about it. What do you think, Nintendo God?
What about the creators program?
Yeah, because
good that it's gone. A lot of channels should die. I'm not gonna start naming channels because
Dr. Trey.
Dr. Trey.
As much of a dick as Trey is, I would rather watch a Trey video than, let's say, a
Obi-Wan.
Oh God, Obi-Wan is cancer.
I don't even have to say it. Go right ahead.
Obi-Wan, my man.
Like it's a lot of those shields are gonna die. Because
I would say Shokyo isn't like a show. I don't think.
No, Shokyo is not a shill at all. Yeah. Have you seen Shokyo's content?
He's a massive cunt, but he's not a shill.
Yeah, like he can be an ass about certain things, but for the most part, he keeps it real. In the most case, like when it comes to Nintendo related news, I trust Shokyo. There are some flaws when it comes to this generation being the worst, but I do agree with like most of the arguments he does make. I will say he comes off as more of the intelligent people in this community. That's why I enjoy him. But anyways, back to the topics.
I mean, if y'all want to keep talking shit about it, go ahead. I ain't gonna even stop you. We're gonna go to this. Goes back to what we were talking about before the podcast. So the ESA. So let me start at the beginning because that's the topic is the ESA. But if you guys don't know, booty boxes, loot boxes, bond sucks at fucking MGS. I mean,
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. I saw that live stream. No, I have to say that dude was so bad at Metal Gear Solid.
Dude, I didn't even get a chance to watch that live stream. He deleted that shit.
Did he do it the second one? Because I was watching. I couldn't watch the second one anymore.
He did the second one, but I don't think he archived it.
No, he died so many times. I was just like, dude.
According to Alex, he didn't even fucking try.
Bruh, me, Alex, and one night we're watching it together, and you know we all got love for Bond. Bond, the homie, and
I fuck with Bond.
Bond made the statement of, "How is this guy supposed to be this expert in stealth?" I'm like, "Well, you're playing a video game, so that means he's only an expert in stealth. If you're a fucking expert in stealth, you fucking dummy." But I digress. Back on topic. I'm not. I'm just saying. Kind of wild, right? So back on topic. So loot boxes. Going back to that. The government is coming in and they're going to investigate loot boxes like Bond and so many other people want it. I particularly don't think that's a good idea. It's going to lead, basically, if they do that, then they're going to start doing other stuff. And a lot of people who said they want this oversight are going to be upset when this oversight turns into something else.
I agree. I was watching Dreamcast guys debate with David Jaffe about the whole situation.
I was going to lead into that, actually.
Yeah.
Before we talk about that, let me get through this. So the ESA backs us loot boxes and said that they're not gambling, to which in a degree in how they're done, they can be and they also will not be. It depends on how they done, what the loot boxes are. Did they tell you your chances? Do they list everything that's in that individual loot box? If they do that, they're not really gambling because you know what's in the box and you know your chances of getting it. However, talking about this topic is kind of dangerous and wild. So Dreamcast guy, shout out to him, like his content. He did a debate with David Jaffe and Red Hood, go back.
Yeah. I saw the debate. It got a little heated, but I would say like they came to understanding and stuff like that. Like David Jaffe said, like that, you know, we shouldn't be going to these like big governments to, you know, essentially solve our problems when we have the power to, you know, not support these, you know, type of implementations for video games like loot boxes and microtransactions by not, you know, buying it. He even said like himself with what was it, Drawn to Death, like his studio got shuttered and everything because nobody wanted to play his game. And he said, like, the consumers had that power. And, you know, he like, essentially was like, hey, like, I should have listened to more of the fans and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't blame them for not supporting my game and my, you know, like the, you know, devs and studios, my studio getting shuttered and stuff like that. And that we do have the power by not, you know, buying those games and stuff like that. Because if we complain about a game, like, let's say Fallout 76, right? And you buy the game and you complain, you legit, you know, gave your money and said, hey, we allowed them to fuck us over. And we had the power not to let that happen, but we still bought it and they're still making money out of it. Now, when the government comes in, they'll start, you know, trying to get a pie of like the proceeds and shit like that with like gambling and shit like that. It's happened with, you know, legit with gambling and stuff like that, and with marijuana and shit like that, with taxes and stuff like that. And that could, you know, cause some problems with the gaming industry. And yeah, we should have had something to happen like the ESRB or something like that with us, like a gaming committee. But yeah, once the government comes in, woof, it's going to be a bloodbath, I think.
No.
First of all, fuck the ESA for not stepping in the first place, and fuck the companies who were doing this practice in the first place. They know that was a bad idea. They know they were abusing the consumers' wallets, so they shouldn't have fucking done it. They should have just stopped before the government decides to come in and do it. So that's how I feel about it.
Wait, well, no, I can't blame them because it's like
loot boxes are a terrible idea. They are gambling. They shouldn't.
Yeah, they are gambling.
I don't want to hear. No, I'm not gonna. Don't let the industry self-regulate, because they will not self-regulate. Allow the government to step in. Allow the government to tell them they can't do it. If you want to sell cosmetics, sell cosmetics. But if you're gonna sit there and like, oh, we need to take care of ourselves, or maybe you guys just don't buy it. Fuck that. That's bullshit.
It's like they were saying back in the 90s when it came to games ratings and violence, regulate yourselves or we'll do it for you. The gaming industry should have just said, okay, well, we have to go back to the drawing board and how we're going to do these transactions. We're probably should be like, here's the thing. Cosmetics, fine, okay, whatever. But whenever you go and try to abuse certain things, such as getting better gear and giving yourself an advantage, then yeah, it's especially terrible in T-rated games where younger kids are going to go on there with their parents' credit cards and they're just going to keep on playing the slots every time. So for me, it's just people who are complaining about the government wanting to step in. They shouldn't have supported it in the first place.
So yeah, I really agree with David Jeffrey. I was just like, people shouldn't buy their games and then complain about microtransactions when they already know the microtransactions are in the game. It's like beating a dead horse and now complaining to the government and now the government having to step in and stuff like that. Like even Gian is saying like a lot of industries like movies and stuff like that regulate themselves and shit like that. And now like the gaming industry now is at this point where now the government's going to start to regulate things where they should be regulating themselves and stuff like that. So I have to kind of agree with David Jaffe on that one. It's like the gaming industry should have done that, as well as the consumers should also made a difference by not supporting the games as well.
But historically, doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying, but it's like you can't like people who do video gaming as fun. It's like some people like you say, oh, don't support that game. And some people aren't, but some people are just like, I don't care. This is the one game that I want.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like it's not going to work.
People saying they don't care. It's like you don't you're not caring about getting fucked in the ass and shit like that.
Hold on. Because it's like if you play one game a year and say that game has microtransactions, that doesn't bother you because that's the one game you play a year. But you're fucking over everybody else.
Yeah, I'm saying that mentality shouldn't be happening. And
but that's the one game they play, so of course they're gonna have that mentality. I don't care about you.
Right quick. When people say that, it irks me because I'm like, if you don't care about this, what the fuck else do you not care about? Because it's not affecting you directly because you don't give a fuck. Because
you know somebody in the community, like come on, bro.
Yeah, if that's your excuse for everything, then when something happens, don't get upset. Don't say shit because at this point you have said countless times before you don't give a fuck. Don't start to give a fuck now when everybody else has been out here getting shot down and dying in the sand. Don't step in then because now you just look fucking stupid when you could have did something to prevent this shit. I'm neutral. Everyone knows that I kind of fall on the line of neutrality, but I listen to both sides. In this case, I look at it like, and this is just me. When I look at it, I'm like, I understand that at some point, because I think microtransactions as a concept is not going away, but loot boxes as a concept need to go.
Yeah.
Because they don't do anything. If it's cosmetic, whatever, fine. I don't have too much of a problem with that, but as a loot box system, it has to go. Just say, here's the list of things you can buy, go buy them. But if we're talking about loot boxes, no, I agree with some of the points David Jaffe was making because I watched the video and he said this on his live stream the other day where you could call in his Discord and all this other stuff. My issue is it's not too much on him because he's speaking from the perspective and the lens of a game developer where he believes that if you're a gamer, you have the money, you make the decision. And I'm okay with him saying that part. But to say the industry can regulate itself to a degree, no, it can't because we've already seen that Ubisoft, EA, Activision, all of these publishers will take advantage.
It's the giant corporations that's fucking over everybody.
So at this point, there needs to be some type of governing body. Does that need to come from the government? Not necessarily, but there needs to be some type of peer view overview of the situation that is completely objective, and maybe that needs to be the ESA, maybe that needs to be the ESRB, maybe that needs to be some governing body, maybe that body doesn't exist yet, but there are ways to rectify this issue and to correct it so this shit doesn't have to happen. Because as long as you have your hand on the wheel, as long as for example, spitball, just completely spitballing here. If you take people from in the industry, not working at any of these companies who understand this shit, appoint them, make a board and say they overlook how in-game microtransactions are supposed to work. Here's a list of guidelines. This is what you can and cannot do. And if you break any of this shit, we will take your games off the market. It's that simple. Say this is the guidelines you have to meet. This is what you can and cannot do. You have a governing board. They monitor it.
And also to interject in, like on top of the ESRB ratings, they need to put stuff on the game cases that says this game has loot boxes, or they need to specify what type of in-app purchases are.
Well,
in these games.
would that actually do anything though? Because like, let's think about it. Like games like that are like rated M and stuff like that. They don't look at that shit. They don't give a shit because the parents are very careless. And, that's what I'm trying to say.
If you wanted to mean something and you want them to stop doing it, classify loot boxes as gambling. You can't buy a game with loot boxes.
Yeah.
Unless you're 21 or something like that.
Exactly. Unless you're old enough to like go to a river, like a casino, you can't buy this game that has loot boxes in it. And I guarantee you, that's basically making the game AO, meaning it's not going to be on store shelves. Nobody's going to sell it.
It's with microtransactions in every game. With every company, EA, WB, Destiny, Bungie.
Well, that's Activision, really.
But that's the difference. There's a difference between microtransactions
and loot boxes and gambling.
Loot boxes.
Yeah, but the thing is that people are gambling away just to get, like, let's say, Injustice 2, right? People will just gamble just to get more source crystals, just to open the loot boxes.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing, to be honest with you.
To get better gear and shit like that.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks, but and it's the same gear you get anyway, so it's like WB have just taken your money, and that's why I think even with EA, it's the same thing with EA when you play FIFA 19. You ask for FIFA points, you get FIFA points. If you don't get the best players, it's addiction, and kids do that now, and they still do it to this day, and it's like 200. You're going to spend about £1,000, and there needs to be a limit on what we can do with microtransactions, what we can't do. I think.
Like, honestly, I think Fortnite is like the best example on how to properly do microtransactions, because they don't have loot boxes in there. And on top of that, like, the stuff that you buy in the game is cosmetic only. That's it. That's what they need to focus on. They don't need to do the whole, in sports games, the whole my player thing. They don't need to make it, based on like, if you open up this loot crate, you're going to get this amount of in-game currency to where you then can advance further in the game. Like, they need to specify what type of in-app purchases are in these games. Because, like, if we're going to get rid of loot boxes and everything, or if we're going to make them more aware of the gambling effects on there, then it needs to be printed on the game case. And that's the bottom line. Sure, do people pay attention to ESRBs and stuff? Not really, but at the same time, that's not the developer's fault. That's not the industry's fault. That is the consumer's fault. But I think they are going to care more if they see more of, just the whole loot boxes thing straight on the box. I think they're going to be more cautious to be like, maybe this game is not going to be as good a value for me because this game is going to require more out of me than $60 in the first place.
But like, let's like, I guess, apply this to like a popular game, like let's say Call of Duty and shit like that. That's on the box and whatnot. But a parent, like, let's say, doesn't, see that. It's like, oh, my kid wants Call of Duty and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go get it. And then they're like, oh, this has loot boxes, gambling, blah blah blah. And they're like, no, I just don't get it. I just want the game.
Honestly, the best option is just to raise.
Then they need to market it. They've marketed. Sorry, Strat, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I want to inject real quick. They marketed ESRB back in the day. They could make a marketing campaign for letting people know that, hey, some of these games have extra in-app purchases in there. We need to let them know, be aware of what type of in-app purchases are going to be in that game. And while the industry is also regulating what can go into loot boxes and all that stuff.
I mean, it's not.
Go ahead. I also say I agree with somebody else here said it's like, but if you make it to where it's like they say this is actually gambling, certain stores will not sell that because it's considered like they won't be allowed to sell it because it's gambling.
Yeah.
So like Walmart, all the big places and GameStop, like you can't buy it there. So therefore, it would make these devs like, oh, well, if we want to be in these big stores, we can't have it in the game. So they will cut back or find some way around it. But
if you buy the game digitally, though, they need to have some sort of thing on there that says these are specific types of in-app purchases on there. Like, yes, I totally agree. Loot boxes need to go all together. But if they were to find a way to, take a loophole and keep them in there, then people need to be aware of what's going on. Because as a consumer, you have the right to know what's in that game and what's not in that game.
Oh, what you about to say, Henry?
Like, it's a waste of time. Loot boxes just have to go. They bring nothing to the industry. All they do is take more money out of the consumers themselves.
Yeah, like I'd rather pay $90 for a game than pay a $60 game that's going to force me to open up my wallet to get more microtransactions.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, and I say this because I feel like reality hasn't kicked in for a lot of people, and I'm saying this now. So when I say this, please understand, viewers, that I'm saying this because y'all need to understand this. Games have not been $60 for a while. I know y'all like, but we know that already. Games are supposed to go up in price a long time ago. They haven't. They stuck at $60.
But see, I don't like that opinion because I know how these devs think. It's like, oh, when you're gonna raise the price, then guess what? Loot boxes are still bad. I'm telling you, they're not going to get rid of loot boxes. They're going to raise the price, and then they're going to give us more loot boxes, bro. Like,
and here's my thing: it's not the devs that are in charge of how.
It's the publishers.
It's the pubs. My problem is like the only thing the devs can do is like, okay, how do we monetize this so we don't get shut down? The problem at this point is if because of the fact that games didn't go up, they have to find a way to monetize this. Because the other option is we go back to the games the way they were looking at PS2. Like you can't ask for these production values. Like the money has to come from somewhere.
Then they don't need to, but they don't need to come from loot boxes.
Yeah, now, the argument I could add with this is like there is a way to keep these games around the $60 price tag if we're looking into an all digital future, because then you can just subtract the cost of manufacturing, producing, buying shelf space, all that. But if you're going to buy a physical copy of the game, then I would say raise the price versus trying to monetize the shit out of everybody. Yeah. Now, if it's a digital only, then I think 60 may still work in some regards.
But see, the reason why they can't do that because they will have fight back from GameStop and all these other companies.
Not selling the consoles and shit like that, and
take up a lot less shelf space.
No, eventually it'll just be digital cards. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's not going to be
no.
Yes,
I don't think that's.
It's not going to be an all digital for a long time.
I don't believe
especially like not in Japan, because Japan is still a very like they love their physical media over there. It's a very cultural thing over there. But like I think for America, like I don't know the statistics on it, but I feel like this generation has been a lot more digital focused than it has been physical focused. I would have to do some research on that. But if they were to go all digital, then raising the price shouldn't be a problem.
Let's move on because we've been talking about this for a minute.
Minute? Really?
Minute. I'm like doing 40 things at once. Let me live, bitch. Little quick side notes and tidbits before we get to the general topics and into the.
Wait, what?
Oh man, he called that man Dwight Howard. That's petty. New Dragon Ball Z Fighters update added online tournaments. I don't play fighters. I think Hardhead and
I just started playing that.
I play it, but I don't. I played it like in January, so.
Yeah, if you like tournaments and playing online, it's for you. Hardhead is currently watching. I don't know what he's watching, but that shit look interesting to me.
No, I'm not watching nothing. I'm just listening.
Just listening? Oh, man.
Hardhead, the whole reason.
Did the lights go out in your room?
Yo, Hardhead making a mixtape.
No, he likes the darkness, man. He
is the dark.
There you go.
Oh, man.
He embodies the dark.
moon is my son.
Okay, I can't even see him. Where he at, dog?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's because he embodies the darkness.
Hardhead, I want to see your face. Let there be light.
Let there be light.
I like how every time he turns, you can see his
Bring the light into your heart.
Oh god, don't start thinking about
That's like fucking Kingdom Hearts, my man.
He said this shit, I got mad.
Wait, so I got a question. Who all fucking skipping Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 just going straight to 3, dog?
Nope, I'm not. I still got
to play 3.
I got something for you. I'm skipping the whole fucking series.
Oh,
understandable. Man. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed
day. You hater, dog.
I'm not a hater. I just don't play trash.
You just don't fuck with
it. Oh man.
Well, I can't say it's trash, but
the only reason I want to get 3 is because of the Toy Story world. I think that's really awesome. They're in that in there, but other than that, I don't really care too much about Kingdom Hearts. Although I do love Disney.
I'm getting for Aqua, Ventus, Terra, Xehanort, Young Xehanort.
He's a loser, dog.
No, Kingdom Hearts.
Anybody know what language this man's speaking?
We gonna move on. Last of the general topics. Minecraft Story Mode dropped on Netflix. Anybody?
Nope.
Wasn't that a Telltale game originally? Are they making a series out of Minecraft now? What's going on with
Telltale
that?
was making the game. That's the last game they got out.
So now they're just uploading the third game on Netflix, or just as a watchable series.
It was a deal for Netflix to have that on.
Yeah, so they get paid now. Telltale woofs until they get ashed by Thanos. So bye bye.
Wait, so do Microsoft get that money? Oh man.
Yeah, Microsoft owns the fucking IP, of course.
Yeah, they get a portion of the profits.
You know, I mean, y'all chill. Y'all act like I will fucking smack all y'all.
You can't smack a fucking fly.
Oh
man.
Yeah.
You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man, that's it.
Oh man, this is it. RIP. Century's gone.
Oh man.
Who wants to take over this podcast? It's not me though.
All right, let's go, man.
All right, next topic, everybody. So
let's talk about what's the name getting canceled, bro? Like, how y'all feel about this? Like, should we all boycott Netflix?
Bro, I'm up.
Like,
Daredevil, dude.
Oh, Daredevil. Oh yeah.
So I heard a lot of things why that show got canceled, and I'm pretty sure it's not because of viewership. I'm pretty sure it's because of Disney doing their own streaming service, and this isn't because Disney wants it back, because Netflix owns all the characters. That they're legit.
No, Netflix doesn't own the characters.
They do own the character. Netflix characters. They
own the rights to do the shows with the characters.
Yeah.
Yes. So those shows will always remain on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
They're not moving. They're not gonna go to a different one. That's why they say the Daredevil character will live on. It's not Charlie Cox's character.
I think they'll use
it's gonna be on
Daredevil
reboot,
though.
it seems
I think.
like. And I'm not really.
I don't know about. They shouldn't reboot it. I think.
That's
No,
like
they're gonna reboot it.
They're going
They're gonna reboot it into the
MCU.
so it connects better with the MCU.
No, but they don't gotta change the character. He's perfect.
If it goes
for
into
that shit.
MCU, I'm okay with that.
I can't, dude. Like the way they had Charlie Cox is the definitive Daredevil. Vincent D'Onofrio is the definitive Kingpin, and I cannot see casting choices again for these.
Sir, I will not
Bring back Ben Affleck.
I will
Oh,
not
man.
let you disrespect the late great Michael Clark Duncan in that way.
Oh, rest in peace, man.
I saw Michael Clark Duncan's grave over the summer when I was in LA. I took a
Oh.
picture where
Hey,
he
who is
lived.
Michael Clark Duncan?
Oh
Man,
shit!
You don't know who
Jake
Michael
doesn't
Clark Duncan
know?
is? bro?
Okay,
He's been a good couple. Good
somebody kick Jig up out of here. I'm
Wait,
done.
no, it's like the black dude. I'm thinking like
Michael Clark Duncan, yes, he's the black dude that played Kingpin. He
and
was in
the
the
really
Green
bad
Mile.
Daredevil.
He was in the
Green
Green
Mile's
Mile,
real-
and
oh wait,
he was
that dude. What?
Yes.
How is he Kingpin, bro?
He was
So,
very.
no,
cheesy
I'm
as
sorry.
Kingpin.
I'm sorry. You
He's
can't
very
do that,
cheesy
bro.
as
how is he Kingpin?
Yes,
Because-
Kingpin is a fucking fat white
It's
guy.
called they fucking
he's not-
fired him. They hired him on to do the fucking movie. That's it.
Right.
It was a very
Yeah.
cheesy movie. Like that movie
I
was.
can't do
Ugh.
that, bro. Like, you can't just change character just to change character, bro.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is that they legit Netflix is gonna cancel Punisher right after it airs. After a month, that's canceled. Jessica Jones, same thing. They're doing it out of spite for Marvel, not Marvel, really Disney, for them creating their own streaming service. Yeah, that strained the relationship greatly between Marvel when finding out, hey, Marvel is doing these other shows on the Disney app. You know what? We don't want to promote Marvel or Disney. We're cutting our ties, and we're going to just remain. Those characters will remain on Netflix, but we're not going to do anything with them. They're going to.
No.
be
They
there
don't
for a
have
while.
they don't have the rights to the characters like
I'm talking about those incarnations of the characters. That's what I'm saying.
they don't
Speaking of the Disney streaming service, I want to know how much that's going to cost, because it sounds like
don't
they're
know
going to
yet.
have a shit.
It's
ton
gonna.
of content.
It might be 10, 15, or maybe 20 the most.
I feel like it would be 20 because they own so much now.
They're putting $10 million per episode for the Mandalorian for Star Wars. That's
definitely
higher
get
than Game of
money.
Thrones.
give
Aren't
that
they
free money.
making Obi-Wan a series now instead of a movie?
no.
No, there's nothing
No,
to determine that yet.
that's not higher than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones spends about 10 to.
I thought it was around
Okay.
8 mil.
No, they spend about 10 to 12 million per episode.
Okay.
Bro, it's
Oh,
gonna
that
be
would-
crazy now that they own Fox that we're gonna see Simpsons and Family Guy on a Disney app.
I don't know. It might not go on there because
Family friendly.
no, it's family friendly. The highest is going is TV 14 or TV. I forgot how the TV ratings go.
Well, I mean, TV 14 would be Family Guy, and
Yeah, It
like,
might.
assuming they'd make it censored.
Yeah,
you know?
but if not, it goes to Hulu, which it might most likely go towards.
Because like Disney owns like 60% of Hulu still.
Well, they're going to have 60%.
They can.
The final acquisition.
Wait. So, Jiggy, you got to understand. There's no way to really stop them because there's no like antitrust is already looking at it like, okay, whatever.
No, the deal is done. Like they're allowed to.
Well, it's not done yet. It's supposed to be done by January or sometime next year.
Like, how do you like?
If it was like,
how do you antitrust that? They're not taking control of.
I don't know.
They're not
taking too much
they're not.
shit, man.
But
They're
if
not
they get
taking-
I'll say if they get another movie company like Sony or something,
then antitrust.
then
antitrust
they're like,
goes in.
all right, this is fucking
Like what?
Like,
What was Fox
Because they're
doing?
not buying anything like another. They're not buying the entirety of Fox. They only bought that portion of Fox. They did that. So 21st Century Fox. They didn't buy the sports because they already had ESPN. All of that stayed separate.
Sure,
they didn't buy
They own ESPN.
Yeah,
they didn't buy the main network either.
Sky.
No, they bought the rights
Fox.
to like the main network shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the shows, but
Like,
the
they
actual
own-
channel, they
Yeah,
can't.
that stayed separate.
Okay, but Freeform is owned by Disney still. So
Well, no. I think they own FX. They're gonna own FX actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
fine.
own the channels. They're just not gonna own sports
Or
or
sports or TV or whatever news.
Yeah. So basically, Jigga, if they would have acquired the entirety of Fox, then you would have a point. But they didn't buy the entirety.
Marge Simpson's a Disney princess now.
But
They bought the parts of Fox that matters.
Yeah.
But my thing is, if they get another movie company, like let's say Sony sells off Sony Pictures, which I highly doubt now, but if that were to happen and Disney would try to acquire them, then there would be a big problem because then they would have a lot of the percentage of the movie industry.
The only thing Disney needs to
didn't
acquire
wanna
from
acquire-
Sony is Spider-Man. That's it. That's all they
pretty
need.
much already did. That's why they made a Venom movie without Spider-Man in it.
I mean, but Venom made
That's
800
still Sony.
Yeah,
But here's my thing.
that
Venom
movie
made-
made a lot of money.
Wait. Here's my thing. Venom making 800 million don't mean shit when if the next movie doesn't.
I thought Venom was trash. So
I thought it was solid. I thought it was.
I
okay.
enjoyed it.
I thought it was a solid piece.
For
Of
what
shit.
So
it was
wait.
worth
So what you enjoyed was Ed Hardy talking to himself. Congratulations, you fucking idiots. But
I fucking love. I love
Oh,
Venom's dynamic.
Let's back up for a second. Actually, fuck you because Ed Hardy.
Tom
Tom.
Hardy was like really
Tom
good.
I think
Hardy
I call
is
him
awesome.
Ed. No. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
gonna have some fun, Eddie.
Eddie, yes.
Let's go to the ball.
Tom
Apologize.
Hardy.
That shit.
One, Tom Hardy is fucking awesome. Two, spoiler alert, the after credit scene with Woody Harrelson.
Mhm.
Fuck you guys. I haven't even
Yeah.
seen Venom yet, and I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch the sequel if they make it.
Oh
The
yeah,
sequel
no,
could be
I'm
interesting.
going to too. The
They
only
didn't-
thing I
they
have a
need to
problem
make it
with
R-rated,
is
though.
the fucking wig from Woody. That shit looked really fake. I was like,
Fuck that
oh
wig.
man.
He looked like a grown-up version of the
I
kid
just-
from Hotel Transylvania.
I like it because he sat there and he was talking. He was like, and the way that's the way a serial killer should be. Like he was like, yeah, I could do the crazy serial killer shit, but I'm not. Like I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you, but one day I'm gonna get out, and when I get out, there will be carnage. And I was like, yes.
Why Henry just busting up live on stream?
I'm excited for the Joaquin Phoenix Joker
Hey,
movie, though.
be happy. People
I'm not,
usually pay to
dog.
see that.
I'm good. Chief.
Like, I'm gonna watch it.
It's from the director of Goodfellas, one of the best movies of all time, and they have a good actor in it. There's hope in it.
The best movie of all time is Toy Story.
He said one of the best.
Facts.
No, but the best is Toy Story 1. Facts.
I don't know about that
Best
one.
movie all time is District 9.
But like people are sitting there hating on the upcoming Joker movie because it's DC. I would rather take Joaquin Phoenix over Jared Leto any fucking day. And the fact that it's from a established director, I think it's going to be a decent movie.
I think it'll be good because of them. I don't think it'll be good because of DC. But moving on from that shit,
It's gonna be because of the director and I almost said Jared Leto.
Joaquin Phoenix, Johnny
Joaquin
Cash himself. Yeah.
A hair lip reminder of what his brother should be.
Oh no!
If he didn't OD outside the Viper Room.
Whoa. Okay, moving on.
Oh, man,
He didn't OD outside the Viper Room.
I ain't say he
Am I
didn't.
wrong?
I ain't say he
Okay,
did.
then.
But moving on.
Try to come at me like that.
I ain't coming at you. I'm just saying, moving on.
You
Parasite
did.
Eve got trademarked in Europe by Square Enix, and Square Enix, you have my attention. If we get another Parasite Eve game, I'm there. Here's all of my Dilla dollars. Jigga, I know you didn't play Parasite Eve, so don't worry about it. I know you didn't.
I didn't either.
See,
Me either.
see, you trying to come at me, dog? Ain't nobody play that shit.
Jigga, I'm gonna stub your fucking toes for you. Shut up. But I wear a size 16 shoe. I'm stepping on your shit. Take that back.
Size 16.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's some clown ass feet right
Like,
there.
fucking you like 6'9"?
Whole fucking walking Phoenix
6'3.5".
Like you trying to play the Joker next?
Straight, I know you ain't talking. Your favorite game series is dead.
They're dead.
My favorite game
just
series is
sleeping
dead.
for
What are
now.
you talking about?
I ain't talking about you, Henry. I said Strat.
They're just sleeping. They're just sleeping right now.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's gonna be
what game
sleeping.
series-
They're just having a much needed
Halo.
break.
What game series are we talking about?
He like Halo, dog.
Oh, Halo is trash.
Much needed break they're having.
Must need to
Uh-huh.
break a bullshit because 5 was trash.
Well, y'all need
Low
some
key,
fucking.
low key.
I bet you like 5 story too.
Man, it was underwhelming.
He liked that shit. Moving on. Pokemon Let's Go is the fastest selling Switch title ever. I almost say game.
Switch game.
Switch game.
Switch game.
I still want to get that game. I want to check it out. I've been hearing really good things.
That's a
Where
no
are
go
you?
for me, man. No go for me.
I don't care for
No,
Pokemon,
no.
but the game looks decent for what it is.
I need
Yeah,
to
I
know
wanna-
Hardhead.
I'd rather
Yeah.
play Pokemon Go than play
Where
Pokemon.
is Hardhead?
I want to
I've
see
been
how
here the whole
Pokemon
time.
Go goes into the game.
That's
Hold on.
what I'd rather.
I need your
Hardhead.
impressions of
Dog.
Pokemon Let's Go, G. What's your impressions?
I mean, it's just another Pokemon game. It's the same as all the rest of them.
They ain't do nothing special. Ain't
A little
better
bit worse.
It's
No,
not-
worse is not the right word to say for
It's
that.
not-
Actually, I've
it's
actually
not
had
the
more
same
fun
as
playing
all the
Let's Go than I did playing Ultra Sun and Moon.
Damn.
That says a lot, actually.
I mean, people. The only thing that's toned down in the entire game is the random encounters and catching Pokemon. That's it. Everything else is a normal Pokemon game.
Bro, like the fact that you could put clothes on Eevee though won my heart for that game. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna expose my soft side
I'm
for a
not
bit.
gonna lie. That's the reason why I want to buy the game.
That is like I was like, okay, that is precious. Like
I would-
I do really want to check out the game.
I ain't gonna call it precious, but
You're trying
You
to
want to buy
dress
the
up
game.
Pokemon.
No,
Man,
man.
shit.
sir, even
Man.
was wearing a top hat and a vest.
You could put a little Diglett on
fucking
top of his
go.
head.
Go
Okay,
fuck yourself.
I
I
don't
don't care
care.
about Diglett. He was wearing a top hat and a vest. Go fuck
Listen,
yourself.
if I see a
wanna play
Pokemon
that
with a top hat and a vest, that shit lit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
Awesome.
I had
It
no
out.
interest in that game. As soon as I saw Eevee with a top hat and a vest, I was like, I gotta have.
no, I was watching Hardhead play it, and he got his Eevee looking very hipster with the glasses and everything. I was kind of rocking with it.
Oh man, his Pokemon from Portland. Oh, never mind. Let me stop.
But it's funny how like some
All
people
that
that are
is
hating on some of the more like lighthearted aspects of Let's Go are also the same people buying Kingdom Hearts. So you know,
Oh man.
Dang, Strike, you gonna let him come at you like that, dog?
I'm not buying Kingdom Hearts.
Well, you really not. Oh, you spooky.
All I know is I'm buying the next Pokemon game next year.
I'll
definitely,
buy
most
the real
definitely.
Pokemon game.
I'm gonna buy both.
Yeah, for sure.
Why did you say real?
Because it'll
Real
be
one.
fully fledged, like past Pokemon.
More
game.
traditional
It's gonna be the
Pokemon.
traditional Pokemon game.
I'm low key tired of the Pokemon. Go
I
to this
would
gym,
hope-
battle this gym. Like that's just boring to me, dog.
When's the last
would hope-
Pokemon you played, Jigga?
Ooh.
Was it like Black and White? One of those.
So
I
you didn't
agree
even
with
play the
Jigga.
3DS ones?
Wait, wasn't the Black and White on 3DS?
No, that was on the original DS.
Yeah, it's DS.
Okay, then,
Really
yeah,
DS.
Like I'm not big into Pokemon, but I do like some of the little things in like Pokemon X and Y, like where you can like actually put, pimp out your trainer with gear and stuff.
I really thought
Stuff
you
like
were
that.
somewhere else when you said pimp. I was like, oh.
No.
Pimp out your Pokemon, no, man.
No.
mean,
You said
I-
trainer, and I heard pimp.
Eevee go work that street.
Oh no, not putting your trainer out on the streets, but like getting it some nice clothes and shit.
Go have Eevee run that strip, dog.
With the new games, I would hope that with the games that are coming out, the traditional Pokemon games, I would hope that the Pokemon still follow you. I mean, they should. They already have the animations for them. They should follow you.
The only thing I'd say they really need to do with Pokemon is they need to kind of break the formula that they have been going on with and try to, I don't know, make it. I'm not gonna say open world, but like
God, if you say MMO, I want to stab you through my computer.
I mean, that's what Jigga just said a minute ago.
Yeah. I don't think MMO is the right.
Fight the trainer stuff, like have like an actual art.
Make it a little bit more non-linear.
Yeah, that's why it's a good thing Masuda is kind of is falling back from Pokemon. So
yeah, but like I mean, we'll see how it is.
We'll see. Also, I just want to point out, Master Chief. Shout out to Timestamp Mans. He said Pikachu gets rabies and dies. You a fucking scumbag,
dude. If that's a plot line, oof.
Hey, you know how many kids ain't gonna be ready for that shit?
I mean,
no, you know how many grown ass men who grew up with Pokemon are not gonna be ready with that shit?
It could be.
He's an animal. He dies, man. It's normal.
I ain't gonna lie. That I mean, technically, he dies in Smash Ultimate, but
yikes!
World of Light.
Doesn't Kirby survive?
Yeah, Kirby's the only one that got away.
The funny thing is I was listening to a Game Explain video on that. And like apparently Sakurai didn't choose Kirby just because he made him. It was a weird explanation of Kirby had the only vehicle out of all those characters that could like go into a different universe, because the only other choices would have been Bayonetta and Palutena, but technically parts of their like world or whatever are spirits in Smash Ultimate. So the only reason why Kirby survived is because he was easy. He's a easy fighter to play as for the beginning of the game. And on top of that, he only had the video that could like break into a different universe. Some weird, crazy shit. I don't know why I'm analyzing a fighting game story, but just facts I'd bring it up.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that you triggered a lot of people back calling Smash a fighting game.
Well, from what I've been hearing, Ultimate is closer to a competitive game than most other Smash games. And like, I'm not trying to sit there and defend Smash Brothers, but if you really look at all the stuff that they're putting in the game, Sakurai is, trying to make this game, a little bit more towards the competitive players, especially with the one-on-one type of battles and the ability to turn off stage hazards. And from what people like Shokyo and other people I know who have the game early, they said this game plays a lot better for competitive players. But
all I know is Pikachu. I almost said Pikachu. My man Kirby's favorite song is that one Little Uzi Vert song.
All his friends are dead.
Hell yeah. My boy came back. Where everybody at? Wait a minute. Why is that Ash right? You know what? They got it. But yeah, we're not going to really talk about this because we talked this to death on previous podcasts. The Walking Dead final season has restarted development at Skybound Games. They put out the Walking Dead comics currently. Nobody reads those anymore because it should have ended years ago. That's kind of there.
I was reading them. I don't think it should have ended years ago, though.
I'm still trying to read through Dr. Seuss. Oh, man.
Like everything after Negan's kind of been meh.
He likes the Green Egg.
The Whisperers, man. What about the Whisperers?
I didn't like that arc.
You didn't like the okay? Your opinion is
I never cared about Walking Dead.
Your opinion is irrelevant.
Your opinion is just no.
I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the Negan arc too much either, but that's just me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I just like my favorite era of Walking Dead for the comics was everything up until like probably the Negan part. I just didn't like it.
Okay, I'm about to snap for a minute, and I need if you're currently reading the Walking Dead comics, I apologize. Well, actually, I don't. So fuck you.
Dang.
One, the Negan arc was fucking awesome. It was phenomenal because Negan himself is one of the best like comic book villains of all time.
I agree with that.
That's what, and the fact like him like kissing Rick's ass at the end, like at the end of his arc, like trying to get them to accept him, like, oh, I'm a changed man. Like that was awesome. I like the Whisperers because they were the ones that were smart enough to. Who the fuck is calling me? Why is I'm getting a call? Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be back.
Nope.
Well, we'll bring that back when that happens. Shenmue 3 raised over $7 million with Kickstarter campaign. This game is probably not coming out until 2021.
Most likely.
Yeah, hopefully they fix the facial animations and like the emotion from that game because it's looking mad spooky.
And the voice acting quality because the Dreamcast is very compressed.
Oh, I'm hoping they don't use the same voice actors because if they do,
they have a release date, don't they?
You?
I don't know.
Don't go that way, you they bad man. Like what the bro? You need the fuck up.
Jiggins, I heard as fuck by this shit.
I didn't realize that shit was that bad. So I played that shit recently.
It's compressed, like the audio's compressed as fuck. Shenmue 3 is not gonna have compressed audio, but man, they gotta find some good voice actors for that shit.
I'm more excited about Blood.
That's a new age, bro. It's people who out there who know what they doing. Like it can't be that hard.
They grabbed the fucking Jim from accounting. Hey Jim, do some voice acting for us. Say this line. My name is Ray.
She had to read that shit. Like that's why it's just so bad.
No, imagine the lip syncing in that game come out of a movie like Kung Pao, Enter the Fury. If anybody's seen that movie,
you petty. That's fucked up. I'm actually upset.
Well, just the voice syncing part, nothing like anything like controversial or anything like that is what I meant to point out.
You good?
Yeah.
It is now time for the Game Awards section of the podcast where we talk shit about the Game Awards.
Rubbing my hand. Birdman hand rub.
Hey, be careful. You bite to light a fire with your ashy ass hands. Stop it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of hyped for these potential release dates for like Death Stranding and shit like that.
So I just want to see what they're gonna announce.
I'm gonna read off these topics. Y'all telling me what y'all feeling for the win for each category, what you think should win.
No, not this.
All right,
let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, so Game of the Year, we're gonna start there. I'm gonna scroll down. Game of the Year,
God of War.
Let him go. Let him go first.
Let me read the damn games. I'll stub all of your toes. I swear.
Forgive me, mister.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
My bad. I got a call from Amazon.
Amazon. Are you
God
working?
of War, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2. Which one do you think should win Game of the Year?
God of War.
All right, I'll go. I like all these games. Well, no, except for Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
What? The game's great.
Fuck that game. Anyways, scratch that off. Monster Hunter World. I haven't played it. Heard good things. It would be between for me Red Dead 2, God of War. But the reason why I would pick God of War over it, even though I really like Red Dead's narrative and story and some of the things they do with like the open world encounters and shit like that. I think that's really dope. But because of the aiming and stuff like that is just wonky and clunky, and with the input lag, just pulls God of War in terms of their gameplay aspect. And because God of War has a strong story as well, that's why I would choose God of War over Red Dead 2, even though I really enjoyed Red Dead 2.
I would choose God of War over Red Dead 2 because Red Dead 2 is fucking trash.
Well, I don't go that far. I would not go that far, bro.
God of War has good controls.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So yeah.
Jigga?
Wait,
were you not listening?
He was.
No, yeah, I don't. I have to go with God of War. No, wait, Spider-Man, dog.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
curveball.
All right, that was a twist.
Hard head, baby. What you choosing?
I mean, Red Dead as a whole is just a bad game in general.
No, I would not go that far, my dude.
It's been trying to win out a bet for a whole nother level right now.
No, I mean, I like how people are willing to admit that the online is unplayable, but when people say the same thing about single player, y'all act like y'all don't know what they're talking about.
I mean, it's not unplayable.
It's definitely unplayable for a lot of people. It's horrible.
No, I wouldn't say that.
If it wasn't for the fact that I played online with friends, I would have deleted Red Dead by now. I haven't even beat the game. That's how pissed off I was trying to play that game solo. It's bad. It's horrible. Red Dead does not deserve a Game of the Year because of how horrible and clunky the gameplay and controls are. I'll give it to God of War. God of War was a damn near perfect game.
I got a question, Hardhead.
Yeah.
Do you think that Red Dead Redemption 2 was hyped up and is overrated?
I think that people need to realize that the honeymoon phase is over and that it very much is overrated.
No,
but it's the graphics.
I would not go that far and say it's overrated.
We can't control the hype, but
like me, I say Breath of the Wild is
overrated.
Very overrated.
It is not a 10 out of 10.
What I'll say about Red Dead is just because you make your game super realistic doesn't make it a good game.
I actually like that part. That's a lot of people complain about that. I like the fucking simulation realism.
But on top of the shitty controls, though, it sucks. Like
but
the fact that
controls fault.
No,
the only problem with the game,
the gameplay in
the
general
controls are messed up.
The gameplay in general is just fucking horrible. It's bad. It's baffling. And maybe it's because I haven't finished the game, but for me, the story just doesn't grab me.
How far are you in the story?
I am about to finish chapter 4.
Man, this game is just...
Honestly, if you don't like the game, I'd say just drop it.
No, that's the thing. I like everything else about the game. It's captivating. The open world gives you so much shit to do. Like, I would actually do so much open world shit that I've never done in a game before. I would never... Most of my gameplay comes from just doing random shit in the open world. I shouldn't even be I think I'm about 52% done. I don't think I should be that far only in chapter 4. But that's because of how much I play in the fucking open world.
Like, I'm replaying Red Dead 2 and shit.
I like how dynamic the open world is in Red Dead 2 from what I've played. Some of the realistic aspects of it are good, but some of it is kind of just annoying, like the fact that I can't run in my camp base. Just, I hate the fact that I'm forced to walk in certain areas. But for me, like, it's a fantastic open world game that has a lot of dynamic, side quests and stuff, opportunities that you can do while you're playing the main game. But for me, it's a game that's crippled by its controls and input lag. That's why I really haven't gotten off the ground with that game. And of course, my brother spoiled the story, so
that fucking sucks.
You gotta go fight your brother.
Honestly, I felt like if someone told me something about the story, I wouldn't really care personally. Like,
see, I care.
Like, if I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna wait for the PC release.
Like, y'all could tell me the ending right fucking now, and I would not give a shit because the story does not grab me.
Grab the shit out of me.
It feels more like
2 weeks.
To me, it feels like instead of being because I understand that it's not a technically linear story, but it doesn't feel connected. It just feels like a bunch of random tangents just going on after another. It doesn't feel like a story to me. It just feels like they're just trying to get me to see what the Wild Wild West is like in their eyes, which is fine. But
did you not encounter the glitch? Did you encounter the glitch maybe?
What glitch, sir?
Where you don't get certain story missions?
Yeah, because the story is very connected of them trying to get out of the situation they're trying to get out of the way.
And that's a game-breaking glitch.
That is. And you're playing
you realize that, right? That's a game this game is not a 10 out of 10. Anybody who says that is delusional, and I think anyone who has
for me,
it's a solid 8.
Delusional.
The horses,
solid 8. I can accept that, but
the horses in Zelda are smarter than the horses in Red Dead.
High key facts.
High key facts.
Like, and plus the horseback feels so much better in Breath of the Wild than it does Red Dead.
Yeah, your mind.
But the world in Red Dead shits on
the world is better in Red Dead, but like the thing is,
I'm gonna be completely honest. If I say horse, The Witcher 3 has better horse mechanics than Zelda.
Witcher 3 got the worst horse mechanics.
And fucking
Breath of the Wild, you can fucking flip off your horse and start shooting everybody.
Oh my god, Breath of the Wild is like in a fantasy game. Of course you're gonna flip off the fucking horse.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm really thinking about Breath of the Wild. I'm not, because like I that's the only game I haven't wanted to replay at all. Like I haven't replayed.
I want to replay the game on Master Mode now that Creators Program's lifted. I'll probably do a playthrough on Master Mode.
Like, I don't know.
No, the story. Look, Gian, the story definitely didn't go over my head. You can ask me anything about the stuff that's going on in up to chapter 4, and I could tell you. But it just doesn't grab me. I'm sorry. Like all the side missions I do, those shits are fucking amazing. But the story just feels like tangents. It doesn't feel like something that I would remember like I would with the God of War story. It doesn't make me feel anything. You see what I'm saying?
It's like,
it makes you like for me.
There were parts in like God of War and Spider-Man. I almost wanted to bawl my eyes out.
There's a part in Red Dead Redemption where that shit happened, man. I almost stopped playing the game.
See,
maybe it happens after chapter 4.
Man, like that shit happened, bro.
Yeah.
Shocked.
What you trying to say, Jacob? What you trying to say?
Like, what I'm trying to say, like God of War, you're experiencing a story, And Red Dead, you're just going through a story.
You're going through the wait. You're experiencing what it is to raise a child, and then Red Dead, you're going through the
You're experiencing the character and environment. Like it's just like feel like you're going from place to place to get through the story and not actually like.
I think what helps God of War story flows better is the no cut aspect of God of War. I think that's what helps that story flow better.
My thing,
it's kind of there in Red Dead too. Like, there's not really cutscenes in Red Dead. Most of it is pretty. It's kind of like playing Last of Us. It just feels like you're going from one part of the game to another. It's just seamless.
Yeah, I'm saying this because I really enjoy both stories, but I'm more hooked with Red Dead's story just because I'm more emotionally, attached to Arthur Morgan as a character and what he went throughout the game than God of War.
Yeah,
and I still love God of War.
Real change.
Same. And I didn't feel any concern of, oh, these characters are gonna die. I don't have this urgency of like, oh my gosh, where I did with Red Dead 2, where I'm emotionally invested.
Exactly. God of War, I never felt like anybody was gonna really die. Anybody you cared about.
Hold on, one more question. All you people that are really hyping. Wait, no. Matter of fact, I just ask everybody: who here played the first game?
I did. Well, hold on. Wait a second. What do you mean by first game? Revolver or Red Dead?
Red Dead Revolver.
Don't you fucking do me that, Century. You know what I'm talking about.
No, Revolver don't count, bro. Revolver out of the conversation because that has nothing to do with the current story.
I'm asking just to be specific.
Who here didn't play Red Dead Redemption, the first game?
You played it. Wait. You mean
didn't? I want to know who didn't play it.
Oh, I think everybody did.
I only played a little bit of it.
So just me and Henry? Just me and Henry?
Not beat it, but I've played it.
I beat it, played it. I fucking had all the achievements in that shit.
So I played maybe 3 hours of Henry.
Let Henry say what he gotta say.
Like I said, this was my first time playing Red Dead. It was my first time playing God of War. When I started God of War, I couldn't stop until I finished it. When I started playing Red Dead, I turned that shit off and went back to go play like Call of Duty. Matter of fact, not even Call of Duty. I went back and started playing Fortnite on my Switch.
And mind you, Henry's not used to the console experience. So
what?
You're trying to diss the Nintendo. Wait, Henry, you're not gonna sit here and act like you wasn't really literally telling us that you're not used to playing with a PlayStation controller.
I said I'm not used to playing with FPSs with dual analog sticks.
Okay, I give you that. My bad.
I'm not used to playing the console experience, nigga.
My bad, Henry. I mean, the Wii U doesn't count, dog. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying,
the Wii U was dust particles.
Even when I play FPS on the Wii U, I didn't use the gamepad. The gamepad,
Wii remote, right?
Exactly. Yeah, use the Wii remote.
No, like people shit on the Wii motion controls. The Wii motion controls were good for shooters. It's like
I played with the classic gamepad myself, but that's the only point I'm trying to make. I feel like all the people who refuse to accept the fact that this game is not a 10 out of 10 are the people who played the first game.
I only played 3 hours of the first game and then watched the rest on YouTube and shit like that. Because it had dated controls and shit like that. But
the Wild West to me is just uninteresting in a game perspective, though.
What? No, I disagree with that.
I like it in movies. I like it in movies, but like in a game, I don't know. Like, maybe
that's the whole thing
I'm too more into like fantasy and all that stuff. But
look, I will say Red Dead really felt like a movie to me.
Different tastes, man.
That's all it is. It felt like a movie to me, but it felt more like it was just trying to get a movie where it was trying to show me what the Wild Wild West was like, not trying to show me what was going on with these specific characters. That's what I felt like was going on in Red Dead for me. That's why this game is not. It's not a 10 out of 10.
I feel
differently, but I can understand it.
I can also say, because I'm replaying Red Dead 2 again, like the fucking in terms of story, like the foreshadowing and shit like that, and noticing these like certain key characters are in like different parts of the story and shit like that, not realizing that shit, and like I won't say a certain character, but like that certain character, even though he has a very like small role in the story in of itself, like you don't notice that shit until you replay it. You're like, oh my gosh, that's that character, this and that. And I was like, wow, that's really good, because like I never seen some like shit like that happen besides Persona 4 Golden. Like that shit, it's kind of very similar to that aspect. Hey man, Listen, I had to give a reference to P4 Golden, man.
Okay, so we gone through Game of the Year. Can we move on to the rest of the
I was actually about to
before
move
we
on.
have a full goddamn discussion?
I could talk about it all day.
I can't too, actually.
Fuck Red Dead. That's all I got. Best game direction.
You never even played Red Dead, so I can't.
I'd say.
Wait. I'm like you, motherfucker. I played Revolver 1, and I'm not playing.
Okay, we're done. We're done with that. Best game direction.
God of War.
I played Revolver.
Shut up.
I played with a Revolver. Facts.
What? Shut the fuck up.
For best game direction, I'm in a bind between God of War because of its no-cut gameplay, but I will say some of the dynamic stuff that goes on in Red Dead's open world is something that I'm willing to give it as well, but I might have to lean more towards God of War.
Yeah.
I think that people are not going to give Way Out a chance or Detroit Become Human.
Bro, Way Out was so amazing.
My thing is, Detroit Become Human has been done already, like in terms of Heavy Rain. And I'd rather say Heavy Rain, not Beyond Two Souls. Beyond Two Souls wasn't as how could I say, as much endings and shit like that compared to, let's say Detroit Become Human. Or,
I could play Detroit for free on YouTube.
Damn! I like Detroit, but
it's not my type of game.
That's all right. So what else we got here? Well, nobody's like. I think everybody's either going to be doing God of War, or Spider-Man.
What's the next category?
Yeah, keep going.
Next category: Best Narrative. Detroit Become Human, God of War, Life is Strange 2 episode.
Why is Life is Strange 2? Like, no. I gotta say this.
Listen.
Let him finish.
Let him finish.
Only one episode.
I said episode 1. Calm down. Spider-Man and Red Dead Redemption 2. Why is Red Dead Redemption 2 in another category? I don't understand. I'll just forget that's there. I think if I had to choose, I would say God of War or Spider-Man. Probably Spider-Man.
Red Dead 2.
I'd say God of War because I relate more to God of War in terms
Notice a pattern in the Game Awards. It's mainly going to be these 3 games in all the categories.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Best Art Direction, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead Redemption 2, Return of the Obra Dinn.
What was the question? What was the category?
Best art direction.
I'll be honest. Art direction, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is pretty nice.
I can agree with that.
It'll go to God of War.
God of War.
First of all you motherfuckers are wrong. Best art direction, hands down, by far, Octopath Traveler.
I'm sorry, I cannot play that game again.
No, here's what I'll say. I voted God of War. I voted God of War, but I can also see Octopath. I wasn't a big fan of Octopath because I'm not into random encounters in most game, but Octopath was a pretty damn looking game. So I could go either God of War or Octopath for that.
I don't know. I go God of War.
I would say in terms of art direction, I think Octopath, God of War, basically everything with Red Dead, I would give a shout to. I think all of them.
Odyssey.
I can see that.
Odyssey's good looking. I'll give it that.
Best score / music presented by Spotify Lit, Celeste, God of War, Spotify. Marvel Spider-Man is actually really good score-wise. I think that would be mine. God of War is really good too. Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler. God of War does not get my shout for music. No.
Is that it?
Yeah, I would go with God of War, Spider-Man for this.
God of War.
Celeste is also
Ni no Kuni 2, bro. Ni no Kuni 2.
Because I was very disappointed with John. I always pronounce his last name wrong because like he did a phenomenal score in season 3 of Daredevil, but I just felt it was mediocre in Spider-Man for me.
Spider-Man's soundtrack was good, but like it's stuff that I've heard before in a bunch of other Marvel movies. Like it I'm not saying it's bad. It's very similar to like other stuff that goes on. God of War. See, my thing with music and like I have a background of playing music. Who remembers that E3 2016 trailer? That very end of the trailer where you hear the female vocals come in.
Yeah, they were playing it
right
live
there.
And shit like that.
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
I have to give it to God of War because the music in that gave me goosebumps and.
Like I can listen to the whole soundtrack and not get bored of it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Celeste has a pretty good soundtrack too. I just started playing that.
This one is kind of a toss-up between God of War and Octopath.
What are the questions? Which are the contestants?
Soundtrack, basically.
Which ones? Which game?
Celeste, God of War, Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2, Octopath, and Red Dead.
I gotta say Red Dead.
Get the fuck out of here!
Fucking out of your fucking mind.
Shit.
No, just because it's
average ass Western music.
I like that shit. I liked it though.
Of course you do.
It added to like the scenes and shit. I felt like Yo,
You felt like you was about to get shot by the six shooter.
Bro, at certain points, that music would kick in. I'm like, yo, what's got something?
Central, can I present the next topic though? Because I have a lot to say about this topic.
Wait, we're not done with the game.
We gotta get through the game awards.
Best.
No, that's what I'm saying. The next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best audio design. You can have that one. Go ahead.
Best audio design. The nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Forza Horizon 4, God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead 2. Now, before y'all wild the fuck out on this one, I have a couple of things to say as far as audio mixes go. When I played all these games from day one, every single game on this list. Two of these games stood out to me as having very obvious audio issues. Those two games are Red Dead Redemption and Forza Horizon 4. Red Dead, because in the fucking opening scene, the audio mix is so fucking horrible, you can't hear shit that's going on.
You're in the blender.
Even after that, the fucking ambiance of the surrounding area, along with the people in your general direction talking to you, it just doesn't sound right. It sounds like they just, whoever did the audio for Red Dead, they bullshitted. And Forza Horizon 4 does not deserve to be nominated because there's literally Reddit posts about how almost all the cars sound the fucking same. You upgrade a car and it sounds just like a fucking car that costs $200,000 more. That is bullshit. No other racing game has this fucking issue right now. Forza Horizon 4 doesn't even deserve this.
How do you design it for? Is not really
for audio design. I went with Spider-Man.
Black Ops.
Spider-Man really don't have any great audio design.
I really couldn't think of what to put in there, so I just picked Spider-Man for that one.
I say God of War. I say God of War.
I say for like
Black Ops would be my second choice, but
y'all gotta play Black Ops. When I heard that shit, I was like,
I'm good. For me, it goes with God of War because like I saw like the audio designs for that for the World Serpent, and that shit is insane, as well as like having a Dolby Atmos and shit like that. It's really, really fucking good.
You're right. With the
sound design,
the way his voice works and shit.
Like it was a lot of shit. They like explained how they went into depth of creating that sound design for it, and I'm like, yeah, that to me is no brainer for me for God of War.
Yeah, that's God of War and Call of Duty. They really went out of their way when it comes to the fucking audio mixes and stuff.
So best performance: Brian Deckard as Connor, Detroit Become Human; Christopher Judge as Kratos; Melisante Mahut as Cassandra, Assassin's Creed; Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan.
Can we stop this right now?
No, let him keep going.
Let him finish.
Keep going.
Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker. I would take. I feel like there's only really two. Well, not three.
I'm going with Yuri. I love Spider-Man.
Christopher Judge.
I'm going with Yuri.
Me?
Fuck everybody.
Me? I'm gonna go with Roger Clark after playing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
the whole thing.
I don't know what his name is. I forgot it after you said it. But whoever played Kratos,
Christopher Judge.
That was my second choice.
Because nobody could put that much emotion in just boy. Depending on how he said boy, you knew how he felt about his son at that time.
It's like when you hear that man say boy, it reminds you of when The Rock was in the studio trying to get the Groots down. Because even the Groot, when Rock does it, has emotion behind it. It's the same thing.
Vin Diesel, motherfucker?
Well, Vin Diesel, my bad. Both of them motherfuckers is very similar. Fuck you.
Bald-headed?
No, Vin Diesel can't act.
I'm sorry. Bald like shit, bro.
Vin Diesel, wait a minute. Vin Diesel playing Groot, and the fact that he doesn't use any kind of machine to make his voice that high. That's actually Vin Diesel doing the voice.
Yeah, that's the only role I like him in. Everything else, like Xander Cage and shit like that, and Fast Furious, I think he's a mediocre actor.
What about The Pacifier? That shit was lit.
No, I'm good, bro.
Your opinion is terrible.
No, I mean, tell me a good emotional acting scene he's ever done that compares to the people like freaking Hugh Jackman or anything like that.
But that's the thing,
or Leonardo DiCaprio, or even no. I'm sorry,
but he's a dude. You don't do that shit.
When Groot died, he embodied that shit.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna disagree with that one.
Can we go back to topic, please?
Yeah,
Groot. Fuck you, man.
We only got 30 more minutes.
I really don't even care about the time limit. Games for Impact. 11 Memories Retold. I don't even know what that
Like,
means.
if somebody needed dip out, y'all can just say, I gotta go. So, yeah.
Celeste, Florence, Life is Strange. Why is Life is The Missing, JJ Macfield, and the Island of Memories. I have not played any of these games, unfortunately. Well, I played a little bit of Celeste, but
I didn't vote because I only played Florence.
I voted Celeste on that one.
I don't think I voted at all. I think I voted Life is Strange actually, even though it was only one episode.
Boy, but moving on. Best independent game: Celeste, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of the Obra Dinn, and The Messenger.
I really should have played The Messenger, dog.
I voted The Messenger before I started playing it, and thank God I made that vote because The Messenger, from what I played so far, is excellent. So
I would say Dead Cells first.
I'll give it to Dead Cells because I've watched the less than Dead Cells, but I never got the chance to.
That's a game I want to play as well.
Dead Cells is
one to Celeste.
Shut up, DMV.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to, not what I would pick.
Shut up, DMV.
Oh boy.
No, I was messed about. I think that's a fine choice. I'm not gonna do best mobile game because I don't think anybody else played
mobile games.
Big skip.
I did. That's why I voted Florence. I played.
I voted Fortnite for mobile.
What mobile games are there?
Donut County, which sounds like kind of lit. Not gonna lie. Florence.
I just played that shit on stream. That game is fucking fire, dog.
Fortnite, PUBG Mobile, Hardhead, shut the fuck up. I know you want to go off. Reigns, Game of Thrones.
I voted Fortnite. It was the easiest one to vote for.
I love the Game of Thrones TV show. I played the Game of Thrones game for right when it came out. That game does not deserve to be on that list.
Okay.
I voted Florence. That game is fucking emotional as shit, dog.
Understandable.
Wait, did you stream that or something?
No, it's a mobile game.
Mobile. You could stream that. But
yeah, I can stream from my iPhone, but I just don't. Yeah. I don't know.
Best VR AR game. I read that wrong, but
Beat Saber. That's
Astrobot Rescue Mission. I've been hearing rave things about that. Beat Saber, also known as Beat My Meat Saber.
Oh my god.
Firewall 0 Hour. Got a lit. I've been hearing Moss. He plays a mouse that looked like Stuart Little.
You know what's funny about this? 3 or 4? 4 of these games are PlayStation exclusives.
Pretty much. I would say Tetris Effect personally.
Astrobot, what? Nah, Astrobot win that one, though.
I don't know. I think both are good.
I played Beat Saber. That game is fun.
Astrobot was getting Mario 64 comparison.
Yeah,
like Astrobot is like reviving platformers, dog. That shit is crazy.
I haven't played it, but
I'll get around to playing it. But I fuck with Tetris heavy.
So. I just bought it. I'm gonna play it soon.
Best action game: COD, Dead Cells, Forsaken, Far Cry 5, Mega Man 11. I'm gonna go with Dead Cells because I don't think Best Action is kind of lackluster as fuck.
From what I played, I'll say Call of Duty, and I hate to say that I say Call of Duty, but I'll go with that one.
This man Century trying to hurt your boy, dog.
I like Destiny, but I'm not finna choose it in that one.
I gotta give it to Destiny, dog. You crazy?
I'm giving it to Call of Duty.
What?
Yeah, I'm giving it to Destiny, dog.
It
wasn't even Destiny or COD.
It's COD.
I'm giving it to Destiny, boys.
I'm definitely giving it to Far Cry 5. Y'all bugging.
I ain't gonna lie, Far Cry is a.
I didn't even beat that game. Fuck that shit.
I ain't beat Far Cry either, but I haven't had fun in the Far Cry game in a long time.
I haven't had fun in a Far Cry since 2. Best action/adventure game: Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know why the fuck this game is on the list. Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh wait, this is action adventure, right?
Action adventure, yeah.
Because from their definition, they said like the best traversal puzzles.
I would say God of
War. Oh, Spider-Man! What?
Spider-Man. That's what I was gonna say.
Spider-Man's
did not have good traversal. Like what?
Whoa! What did you just say?
God of War did not have good traversal.
Oh, I thought you said Spider-Man did not have good traversal.
No.
Yeah, we about to fire his head.
No, dude, like what? I voted for Spider-Man for best action adventure.
I think I voted Spider-Man actually for that.
All right.
So.
As long as best role-playing game. Jigga don't play those, but I'm gonna just I need to stop doing that to Jigga. Dragon Age 11, Echoes of an Elusive Age, Monster Hunter World. Technically not an RPG, but
yeah, I don't know why they put that there.
Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Octopath
Ni no Kuni 2 facts.
Honestly, I think this is a more packed,
Pillars of Eternity
option than Game of the Year.
If it was me, my top two here would be Pillars of Eternity 2 and Monster Hunter. If I had to choose, I think everything else here is really good. I just personally I love
Octopath.
I feel like
Octopath was so boring, man.
Octopath was boring.
Octopath, bro.
Like, dude, like that game was not a good JRPG. I'm sorry. Like, I tried. I was like the one always saying on my podcast and like telling people like, dude, get Octopath Traveler and shit like that. It's gonna be amazing. When I played it, I did not think that it was. After
the third town, I was like, I'm gonna have to hold off on this game.
I just can't. Every time I try to get back into it, I get bored. Where I go into Persona 5, I'm fucking having a fantastic time.
Best fighting game.
You know what's funny about the RPG category? Most of those games are JRPGs, something that some people don't want to put respect on, though.
No, I like JRPGs. It's just I haven't been playing them a lot lately due to time.
So. Yeah, JRPGs actually take a lot of time.
Like, I love the first Xenoblade, but...
Best fighting game. I'm leaving Street Fighter out of this because whatever. Soul Calibur 6, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
I mean, that's not even
hands down Dragon Ball.
It's not even a
Soul Calibur. Yeah, it's straightforward.
Personally, for me, I would say Soul Calibur, but I understand everybody else.
It's a gimme though. I mean, I would say Soul Calibur too because I feel like Soul Calibur is a lot more in depth than Fighters is.
Play it though, but I'm gonna say Dragon Ball.
Understand.
It's not even a debate. That one, that's a gimme, though.
I'm sorry, Hot. I agree with. I think it's gonna be Dragon Ball Z, man.
Understand. Best family game, Mario Tennis Ace. This is the Nintendo category, pretty much.
No, 2 games. Yeah, that's it.
No, all those games are on the
three.
Switch.
No, 3.
Hold on. What were they? Because I may have forgot. Go ahead. My bad.
All those Mario Tennis Aces, Nintendo Labo. I don't know why the fuck Labo's on here.
Yeah, who the fuck put Labo on there?
I don't know, dude.
Whoever voted for Labo, sit the fuck down.
Dude, imagine for one of the Nintendo games being announced at Game Awards, they were like, yo, Jeff, if you want one of our games to be coming and being announced on your Game Awards show, we want you to put Nintendo Labo there.
That's like,
what were the rest of the games?
Overcooked 2, which was personally my choice because your family.
That's not a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I know. I said 3.
I just said it on the Switch.
Overcooked 2. Hold on. If you play Overcooked 2, your family is no longer your family. They're your enemies and you hate them. Starlink Battle for Atlas. Excuse me. Nobody plays Ubisoft games. And Super Mario Party.
Super Mario Party, hands fucking down, dog. That game is fire.
I gotta admit something. I have Super Mario Party downloaded, but I have not been around with people to play it, so I have not touched that game yet. So based off the categories, I probably have to vote Mario Tennis Aces.
Ew.
Okay. I mean, what other fucking game do you want me to put on there? I have not played Overcooked.
Oh man,
I'm definitely not voting. I have not played Overcooked, so I can't really.
Starlink don't even deserve to be in there, dog.
Listen, Melodic, if you play Overcooked with your people, they no longer your friends, your family. You trying to kill them? I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief.
I mean, shit. I play Uno, and they're no longer my family.
Best strategy game. This is pretty much my category. The Banner Saga 3, good game. BattleTech, amazing game. Frostpunk, great game. Into the Breach, great game. Valkyria Chronicles 4, I haven't played it, so I have no comment.
Valkyria Chronicles.
If I did play any of them, I would probably say Valkyria Chronicles, but I haven't played a whole lot of strategy games this year.
BattleTech is probably the best game out of the set.
Doesn't that game have performance problems, though?
It does, to a degree, yes. Best sports / racing game. Why is this a category?
Forza. It's Forza. Fuck it. Move on.
No.
These are your
choices. It's gonna be Forza.
These are your choices.
It's gonna be Forza, but
you have FIFA 19.
People are trash in the category, man.
Wait. You have FIFA 19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis Aces, NBA 2K19. Trash.
And Pro Evolution Soccer. The whole category is just
easy.
Trash.
Easy. No. That's easy. FIFA.
That high key might win.
I mean, FIFA gameplay wise is definitely the best out of all of these. It's just
and Mario Tennis, like Power Tennis on GameCube is much better than Aces. I hate to burst anybody's bubble.
FIFA has the same issue that 2K has right now, where they can make a perfect game, but the publisher is basically ruining it for them.
Best multiplayer game: COD, Destiny, Fortnite, Monster Hunter, Sea of Thieves. I'm going with Monster Hunter.
I fucking hate you.
I think I went with Call of Duty on this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Call of
you
Duty,
too.
but I think Fortnite's going to win this.
Fuck you too.
I would still go. I would go with Call of Duty. Fortnite's more.
Fuck you too.
I would.
Fuck all y'all.
I would go with Call of Duty, but Fortnite.
What are you picking, Hardhead?
Fortnite more than likely going to win. He's going to say the same thing he's been saying.
Destiny,
because of the introduction of fucking Gambit.
Fuck Destiny. I'm sorry.
When they introduced Gambit, man.
I'm sorry, but Destiny. Here's the thing. I've got
Gambit is fucking fired. Those other games don't offer anything close.
Hold on, Hardhead. The whole reason I don't say Destiny because I like the game. I'm kind of numb to it. I'm just like I play it, whatever. I'm just gonna choose something else.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad. It's just
the only reason why Destiny's even in the category is because of Forsaken. That's it, pretty much.
Can we please replace Sea of Thieves with let's just for a second. Let's just think of all the 2018 games we could have replaced Sea of Thieves with, so it didn't get this fucking.
All the fuck back Sea of Thieves need to be in that list.
Nah, I would rather Fallout 76 be on that category.
No.
Don't say that shit because that shit is.
I would rather Red Dead Online's trash ass to be on there than Sea of Thieves.
Sentry, mute this man.
He's done. Arden's done.
Next category.
I gotta
Put
go.
Creed on there. Creed, the PSVR game.
You good. Best student game.
Thieves.
Best student game?
Yeah, no one played.
I just said it.
The student made games. Yeah,
we don't listen.
Move on.
Yeah, hold on. Shout out to the students that made games. We fuck with y'all, but we ain't play that shit.
I'm not in that category yet. So
best indie debut: Donut County, Florence, Moss. He plays a mouse. Stuart Little, The Messenger, Yoku Island Express. I don't know.
Florence again.
The Messenger.
Florence. Wow.
I'm gonna say Donut County.
Florence.
I'm gonna say Donut County because it sounds lit.
Donut County looks pretty interesting.
All right, so
Jigga muted Hardhead. Oh shit!
Hold on, wait a goddamn second. Let me unmute Hardhead. What is wrong with y'all? Yeah, wait, Hardhead can unmute himself. What I'm doing?
Hardhead's one of my favorite members before I came on.
Had me muted though. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Wait, I didn't know
Henry, let us know when you're on that student category, dog.
No, we already
I thought it was
y'all walk though.
I'm sorry.
No, I skipped it. I know y'all don't care about esports. We skipping that.
Well, I do.
I don't. Nobody here
esports
that shit.
I personally still think Overwatch League is pretty fucking good.
All right, so we'll do it. We'll do it just to indulge it. CS:GO, Dota 2, Fortnite. What the fuck? League of Legends, Overwatch. I'm going with Dota 2 because the international was popping as fuck.
I went with CS:GO.
Listen, anything except for Fortnite is an acceptable choice for this.
I'm gonna say
Fortnite.
I'm gonna say CS:GO. I want them to win, but it's gonna be Fortnite at the end of the day that wins it.
Overwatch was fire though.
As a person that watches
Overwatch is very
Overwatch
wait. Let me explain something. The reason I will never say Fortnite is because Fortnite as an esport is one of the worst esports ideas I have ever fucking seen in execution.
It's called build the wall, the fucking competition. That's all it is.
That's not that's not even the main issue about it. The way that they set up, they have fucking cheaters and hackers winning fucking tournaments. Excuse fucking me. No.
And when you get killed by somebody by regular means, you get reported.
Or if you get killed by Ninja,
to kill them. Yep.
If you get killed by Ninja or Ninja, you kill Ninja, you get reported for it.
Apparently, we're not allowed to kill Ninja, guys.
Yeah, and your Ninja just basically report you.
What?
Yeah,
literally.
It sounds like Fortnite is kind of like sports entertainment, like WWE, where all the wins are predetermined.
Yeah,
but no, the Ninja thing is real. Like up until it blew up, Ninja was reporting anybody who killed him, dog.
Wow.
He's a snitch.
Ain't about being a snitch. He a bitch.
He's a snitch.
One of my friends actually killed Ninja, right? Legitly, and he got pissed of Kim getting
I would straight up swing on Ninja high key, dog.
But here's my thing. If you choose anything except for Overwatch League, Dota 2, and CS:GO, you have an issue. That's just it.
I don't watch sports.
Overwatch League fire though, Henry. Come on.
What about
CS:GO is fun.
I think esports are cancerous to the communities, because it gets to the point to where the developer cares more about what the esports people want and not what everybody else wants.
Facts. That is the problem with Dragon Ball Fighters right now.
And 2K.
Speaking of that, best esports
It might
player.
help Smash Ultimate, though.
Wait. Best esports player, Shoki. I mean, Sonic Fox.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I think we can stop right there. We got to vote Sonic Fox so Shokio is secondary W.
Shokio.
Shokio Fox. Taquito.
W by proxy.
Uzi. I'm not even gonna pronounce this Russian shit because I can't do it. But I'm gonna attempt it. No. I'm gonna attempt it for the one time. Alexander Kolestev. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, his name Alexander.
No, it's Alexander. But
it's Alexander.
Motherfucker.
With that accent though.
I'm trying, damn it. Simple and Jonak Bong. Everybody like listen. I fuck with Korea because sometimes people got the last name Bang, and this shit is hilarious to me. Nobody really cares about this. I'm going with Simple because Simple's a nasty motherfucker as he is.
Simple.
I think the next category is not even a debate. That one too. That's a gimme.
Astralis, yeah.
What?
Astralis won the major in pretty much every tournament.
I don't give a fuck what they did. Cloud9 is the shit.
Cloud9 is fucking trash. Name me the last tournament they fucking won.
I don't give a fuck about their tournaments. I
don't give a fuck about the team.
Their presence on social media is fire.
Wait. I give a fuck about W's. If you ain't taking W's, don't talk to me.
They have a fire presence on social media.
You can have all the social media presence in the world. If you ain't taking W's, what the fuck we talking about here?
C9 Sneaky is gonna carry them to the fucking championship, though.
He tried. They failed. Last time I checked, Worlds was already passed in November. They took that fucking L and went the fuck home, and China won. I fuck with the Danes on this one. I would say Astralis is an acceptable choice. Fuck Fnatic, they trash. OG and London Spitfire are acceptable.
London Spitfire, I don't really fuck with London Spitfire.
Best esports coach, Reaper, Paracel, Zonic, Dylan Falco. Damn, he a real life Falco.
Falco Lombardi.
Jacob Yamato Cannon and YNK. I think it's Yanko, so I'm gonna just say it like that. But I would have to go with Zonic. And esports event, you have E-League Major Boston 2018, Evo 2018, League of Legends World Championship, Overwatch League Grand Finals, and the International. I would go with the International.
It's either between International and Evo.
I go to Evo, or I don't go. I go with Evo.
Yeah, it's Evo.
Evo was pretty good this year.
I like Evo, but after watching the International,
they had Smash Brothers on Disney XD.
Yeah,
and Street Fighter, so I was getting into watching that.
The International is something. I love Evo, but it's something about the International. It's special. It's just it's on a whole nother level than Evo could ever touch. We gonna do host, and then what's at the host? I don't give a fuck about moment, and we'll probably do content creator of the year if y'all care.
As long as it goes to my baby, what's her name?
Pokimane.
I don't think she. Y'all thirsty?
She won't win it though.
So best esports host: Golden Boy, Machine, Anders, Scorch, and Paul Redeye. Listen, there's only two.
Paul Redeye, dog.
Redeye is lit, and I say this: you got three choices. Machine. Not that I don't fuck with the other two. I love Anders and I love Scorch, but Golden Boy is the OG. We fuck with him. Machine. We fuck with him. Redeye is an OG of the OG because I remember when he used to call StarCraft. That man is a fucking legend.
He deserves this award more than the rest of them. I'm sorry.
Redeye is the G. Y'all want to do esports moment?
No.
I mean, I don't. It depends on whether everybody knows.
Evo.
I would say Sonic Fox Side Switch. That was
yeah,
legendary.
Side Switch.
I would go with that one personally. And content creator of the year, we got Lupo, Myth's Picture Disturbs Me, Ninja, Thirstmane, and Willie Rex.
All I'm gonna say is Ninja better not fucking win, dog.
I say Doctor
probably going to win.
I say
He better not fucking win, dog.
Dr. Lupo's acceptable. Pokimane is okay. Willie Rex I haven't heard of, so
Myth shouldn't win either, for being honest.
Myth? I don't know. He does a lot, like donating and shit. Like
we already know who wins
rating.
this category because it's fan vote.
It's gonna be Ninja.
Yeah, but he shouldn't win this shit, for being honest.
He shouldn't, but it's gonna.
He does not deserve it at all.
All right, so moving on from that shit and the awards and what we thought. Speculation on what gets announced. What do we think is getting announced?
Dragon Age, Obsidian's game, maybe something Nintendo related.
Avengers
hoping
game
Metroid
and
Prime
movie.
4. Yeah, the Avengers project.
Avengers
The
game.
movie,
movie.
no, the movie's
Oh,
gonna
One at a time. One at a time.
Put that movie.
I said the movie's gonna be like they legit. Somebody on
Monday.
Twitter, like he had an insider. He said it's gonna be Monday. The Avengers trailer. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it back.
Monday is Avengers trailer for sure.
I hope the Avengers trailer is just a title and the
No,
movie's
it's not.
great.
It's
I
not.
hope, because I don't want to know nothing about that movie. I hope
It's
nobody
gonna be a
knows
title
it.
Steve Rogers. Let's go.
Oh man,
I just want an image of
The good old Cap.
the last. You know, that's all I want.
It's gonna be Infinite Avengers.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna call it Infinite Avengers.
I'm saying Mortal Kombat as well. Will
You're
be.
gonna call it Avengers?
No.
I'm saying so.
I don't think Mortal Kombat would be announced. I have been told that WB Games Montreal would be there.
No, fuck them. I don't give a shit about them.
No, I've been told because there's two reasons why. I've been told by a source of mine that has actually told me that WB Games Montreal looks to be ready to announce their game, and that notice
I could care less about WB Montreal. I think their
Batman game. Their Batman games.
You didn't like
that's the only Batman game I will not buy from them because
got
after Arkham Origins.
I've also been told another thing too that I've been also told another thing that Avengers Project will have a CGI trailer.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see that.
I don't care as long as it's
It just sucks. It just sucks that Rocksteady have come out and blatantly said we're not at the Video Game Awards. We're not doing Superman, and I'm pretty much saying right now it's going to be DC Universe Online #2.
I'm good.
Ew.
I'm bad.
Or Teen Titans. One or the other.
I'm down with.
And it's a
Teen
games
Titans.
as a service. I'm not a Batman life. No, thank you.
Games as a service means like different things though.
I'm gonna
like
go
you could call Arkham Knight games as a service.
I'm gonna go in with a couple predictions on the Nintendo side of things. Metroid Prime 4, I could probably see a CGI or a story trailer announcement. I don't think we're gonna see gameplay because I feel like that game is not fully ready to be shown, but we might get another tease of that game. In terms of trailer, I would probably say Bayonetta 3 because I feel like that game is, you know, not too far off from being ready to shown. And this is kind of like, this would be kind of badass if this would happen, but it's totally not going to happen at all, especially since the Grinch leak was fake. But it would be kind of weird. It would be crazy if Microsoft were to come out and be like, we're partnering up with Nintendo. We're going to put Banjo and Smash as the first DLC or some shit like that. But I definitely think if we're going to make predictions on the Nintendo side of things, I think it'll be a Metroid CGI trailer, and then it'll be
Prime
like a
4,
Metroid Prime CGI trailer and a Bayonetta 3 trailer, or a Bayonetta 3 trailer.
Yeah, I think those would be there for sure.
And then you probably get updates for Kingdom Hearts because they're supposed to have 2 or 3 more trailers in December.
Please no. No.
they said that.
Then show them like when the game comes out.
Kingdom Hearts should just get canceled, man.
I'm about to.
Hey, shit. The Halo get canceled. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I want to see more Doom Eternal.
What else? I think Death Stranding is getting a release date. I think Ghost of Tsushima is getting a release date. Dreams is getting a release date there, and Last of Us is not coming out next year, which I'm saying.
It's definitely coming out either late next year.
More rage too.
I don't know. From the rumors they're saying, like those are the games that, like I said, are gonna get release dates before Last of Us is.
I'm still keeping hope out that Last of Us is just a cross-buy, cross-play PS5 release.
You mean a cross-gen game?
So you want it to like come out in 2020 then?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Cross-gen, cross-buy, cross-play.
Mm-hmm.
It'll already be cross-play off the rip.
Yeah. With the service and shit like that.
Yeah, like,
I don't know. And everyone's forgetting about Obsidian with Take-Two, and that's going to be multi-platform.
Yeah, that's on the list of topics. I was just gonna wait until we got to this. So yeah, Obsidian's teasing that new sci-fi game that's supposed to be third person and AAA, I think.
One unrelated thing. Well, it has to relate with the Game Awards, but I kind of wonder what they're going to do for music at the Game Awards.
They already showed.
Because I know a lot of people aren't interested in it, but that Doom performance and that like first performance of last year's Game Awards were fucking fantastic.
I think they're going back in 2 years ago, right? Like the Persona, when Persona was announced for a Game of the Year or something like that. That was last year, right?
The reason
That was last year, I think.
Yeah. They're doing that.
I loved last year because they had one of my favorite guitarists, Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold, playing the Doom theme. And then, of course, 2016 Doom soundtrack live. I'm kind of disappointed with that in regards there wasn't a big giant fucking mosh pit and bloodshed everywhere when Rip and Tear started to play. But I want to see more performances, definitely, for more notable people.
Yeah, they confirmed Devil May Cry 5 performance. So
I'm good on that one. I'm good on that one, G.
I heard the soundtrack's looking spooky on Devil May Cry 5.
It could be. I'm not too upset about that. I just want the gameplay. But that was the Game Awards part, and we got one last part. I left it to the end because I felt like we need to end the podcast on us talking shit. So,
hell yeah.
To start off us talking shit about a game, this game has been talked shit about, but I feel like it has more shit to be talked about this. So I'm gonna start off with this. Fallout 76 canvas bags were given free to Fallout influencers.
Give me 1 sec.
This boy about to get lube? What's going on?
I guess so.
I'm scared. Where he going to get?
He's prepping up.
Oh no! Please don't.
Where you going to get?
He's getting his.
Oh my god!
The Master Sword.
All right,
about to kill Todd.
All right, everybody, we need to plan a strategy to go down to Maryland where Bethesda is, and we need to start a strike right now. Let's go.
Okay, he said a strike. Okay, cool.
I
got scared.
How you
get the sword?
We will make him
want to do
suffer.
a strike though.
I'm not
stab him in the
we're gonna
heart
make
where
them
it
suffer.
hurts.
We're going to attack their territory.
No, we don't advocate violence on this podcast.
We don't.
I do.
We don't. You don't speak for us, motherfucker.
No, anyways,
as a
continue.
founding member.
Just all I can say is Todd Howard's a fucking liar.
So the first problem is the fact that influence, because remember the canvas bag was promised to people who bought which version they get? I think it was like
the $200.
Yeah, and they get the canvas bag, but
I don't even think it's the same canvas bag. I think it's a different one.
Yeah, no, that's what he's saying. It's the nylon bag or something.
No, and my thing is
the canvas bag is a different one. It looks more like a backpack than like.
But here's the thing: that bag, no, Jigga, that bag too was supposed to be made out of canvas.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is that influencers got a bag, but the general populace, the people who paid $200 didn't get their bag,
and they don't want to fucking sell that shit.
Yeah, and the fact that Bethesda's facing a possible class action lawsuit over Fallout 76, over refunds.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they were giving out refunds for Fallout 76, but then stopped on PC because you can only get a refund on PC. You can't get it on console, to the best of my recollection. I could be wrong.
Fuck them for putting that game ransomware during beta, though. Because you couldn't, like, if you download the beta on PC, you couldn't fucking delete it unless you bought the game.
Hardhead know all about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They had Hardhead as hostage. They was like, "You buying this fucking game?" And he's like, "But baby, I don't want to buy the game, baby. I ain't liking Valhalla, baby. If I listen,
they better pull out their best sword from Skyrim whenever we go attack Bethesda."
Dude, I've been saying this, man, but after freaking Fallout 4, I knew that they weren't a good developer. Like they just lost their way and shit like that. And with that game engine as well, like they need to get a new engine. You trying to update that engine is not like Unreal Engine 3 or 4 or some shit like that. It's trash. It's complete trash. They should get a lawsuit regarding the fucking the canvas bag. You guys promoted it. You guys said that this is coming into the collector's edition of the Power Armor edition. And guess what? You get a cheap ass little like nylon bag and shit like that instead of a canvas bag. Yeah, you could sue because you didn't purchase what was like
they didn't.
Yeah, all they had to simply do was put a disclaimer. This is not final. Blah blah blah.
No, you can't still like, promote that shit.
No, they would have been covered legally. So
wait. Also, they would have been covered legally. That is right. But also, if you did do this, they gave you $5 in game currency, which you cannot buy a canvas bag in the game with.
You can't buy anything with $5.
I thought it was like $10.
A door? Did I get that right? You could buy a door with that shit.
A tattoo. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
So,
my thing is also the $5. You could like it doesn't cost them any money to give in-game currency, not a dime, and they're like, "Oh, let's give $5, man."
500 atoms could have been a Little Caesar's hot and ready.
High key. They could have gave everybody who bought the
$100 worth of atoms.
They could have given them boneless pizza.
You motherfucker,
bro. No, they could have did something. They know they're wrong, but it's like, yeah.
All I gotta say is Todd Howard needs to be fired. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whoa, I can't say.
Yeah,
he was false advertising the goddamn game.
We're gonna work like this. The God Rays are gonna be amazing. God Rays are coming out of the fucking earth.
They were
fucking
amazing.
Game.
You know how amazing it is for a God Ray to come out
Shut
of That's amazing.
Hold on, wait. This is my issue. This is the big issue with all of this.
God.
This is the big issue with this. This is the big
Satan
issue.
himself was rising from the ground.
I cannot.
I went darn.
This is the first problem. Fallout as a series existed long before Bethesda ever got their hands on them. They made 2 critically acclaimed games plus Brotherhood.
You said a cane.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna come in your face.
What?
What?
Okay. All right, Sentry. All right.
This is getting a little left.
Bro, that you would make a claim to that.
Okay. Now.
Back on topic.
Howard.
Oh my god!
I am not letting that joke
Back
go.
on topic.
Oh man, the White Century, dog.
Sure, but Brotherhood still came out. Wasn't as greatly as loved as the other 2 games, but it was people fuck with it. Tactics, whatever else. Then we don't get shit for years. Fallout 3 comes out. Fallout 3 comes out because of nostalgia and other stuff. I think this game is good.
Fallout 3 is pretty good.
It got rave
Not
reviews,
bad.
right?
Not bad.
Then Fallout New Vegas comes out. Vastly better than 3. For all accounts of people playing the game. Only Jigga disagrees. Game comes out, doesn't review as well, but is beloved as a hidden gem, a diamond in the rough. What happens when this game comes out? Bethesda act like that shit is an affront to everything holy to them. Like, we can't get an acknowledgement of Obsidian making a game. We can't get an acknowledgement that there may be a sequel to this. Nothing. What happens after that? 2 years later, a year later, take that back. Skyrim comes out. Skyrim is a buggy piece of shit, but still gets 10s.
Especially if you played it on PS3.
One of the worst games. I ain't gonna say that. One of the buggiest games I've ever played.
Especially
they crack jokes about it at E3 too. We got the buggiest games we heard. Like
we make our games with bugs.
And then it's like you got fucking modders slaving away, fixing your fucking game, and it's like, and you guys don't even do the same. And Fallout 4 glitches are also in Fallout 76 as well.
Oh wait. I'm getting there. You're gonna like this, trust me. Then 4 years later, give or take, look at my watch on my right hand and my left hand, trying to make sure I got it right. Fallout 4 drops. Fallout 4 is probably even worse and more egregious than Skyrim because this game legit drops to 0 frames per second in certain areas, has even more egregious bugs, a bug where literally one of my followers left my ass, didn't come back into the end game. I'm talking about, I got you like 5 minutes into the game. What's up, dog? Oh, what's up, dog? Where the fuck you been at? I'm venturing, dog. I'm like, where the fuck you been, though? I ain't seen you since like fucking 5 minutes into the game. Man, dog, listen, so don't worry about all that. I'm here now, though. Fuck you. Then I beat the game. And hold on, this is the best part. I didn't buy that game. I'm so glad I didn't buy that game. I got it allegedly. Don't worry about how I did it. Beat the game. They proceed to do some of the most scummiest shit with DLC I've ever seen, where they steal content from actual people making mods for their game. They steal content. You have Pete Hines' whole ass talking about some, oh, I think that's fine because he died in a refrigerator. I'm like, nah, that don't make no fucking sense, dummy. So yeah, excuse me if I feel like Bethesda is fucking the fuck up. Not to mention Fallout 76, which is just an affront to humanity. And whoever, I ain't gonna say that. That'd be mean. Whoever made that game, you know what, fuck it. All of y'all should stub y'all fucking toes 4 times in a row.
No, what's crazy about Fallout 76 is no matter how much I've talked to people about why this game is objectively a bad game in terms of, you know, the bugs and the glitches, and on top of that, the principle upon, you know, what Bethesda is doing, like they obviously rushed the fuck this game out. And I got somebody at work who's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna buy Fallout 76 anyway. You're just a hater. You're just bitching about the game." And me and my coworker, we're fucking nerds. We're sitting there and like, "Dog, you do not want to buy this game. You are." He's thinking about getting it on the PS4 too.
Oh, that's even
like
worse.
The worst reviewed copy, and he doesn't even have the PS4 Pro. He has the base model PS4. And all I told him, I was like, you know what? Go ahead, spend your fucking money on that game, but don't come bitch at us and saying, oh man, that game fucking sucks. We've been telling you that the game fucking sucks.
Yeah. And the FPS for consoles, like shooting wise, or with PS4 and shit like that, it goes to like 15 frames per second and shit like that. That's
and
fucking
let me
disgusting.
continue on this. Shout out to my best friend Sean, by the way, if he were to ever watch this. He was sitting there, it's like, man, well, how many statuses on Facebook are you gonna make about 76? I'm like, when the fuck are people gonna stop supporting bullshit like this? And he was like, well, my problem, like, I'm disappointed with the graphics in the game. I've been playing it on the 1S, but you know, I'm still going in there and like trying to enjoy the story bits and all that stuff. I'm like, you should just go ahead and get a refund on that game if you're not feeling the best on it. It's like, well, I can't get a refund on it. And I told him like Microsoft can refund you on digital games very easily. He's like, no, I'm gonna continue playing it for the stories. I'm like, have fun with your 10 FPS on Xbox One X. You know, if you like the game, fine, whatever, but don't bitch and complain when more games like this come out. And he's sitting there, it's like, well, games like, you know, stuff from EA and Activision, they come out unfinished all the time. I'm like, okay, that's them. We're talking about Bethesda.
Wait.
You know,
let me just say something right there about that. When you interject and like say, "Oh, but EA and Activision,"
it's an excuse. It is a poor excuse.
You can't use that as an excuse to defend Bethesda because, unlike Bethesda, if there's a bug in that game, they pretty much killed all the other ones, and they react quickly to bugs, especially EA. I know we shit on EA a lot, but at least I can say when there's a bug in that game, they get to work quick as shit.
It's just like, I don't understand. Like, people who do not follow this type of stuff and the stuff that's going on in the community, they're the ones that are going to fuck it up for the rest of us. And like, love my best friend to death and everything, but you can't just sit there and make excuses for a poor release of a game just because everybody else is doing it. You know, just because everybody else is snorting crack doesn't mean you have to do it too.
Man,
you snort cocaine.
I mean, why not?
Fuck it, whatever. I don't care. The point is just because one person releases a shitty game doesn't mean everybody else has the excuse to do that.
Oh man,
people are too far for coke, so they snort crack, dog.
Anywho, that's pretty much all we have in topics. We gonna get the fuck up out of here. I can honestly say, personally, fuck Bethesda. Only your game. For only the games you publish are good, and even then, y'all might fuck those up. So I don't even know.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say fuck ID because of fucking.
It's id.
Id ID. I don't care. The same difference.
All I'm gonna say right now, Bethesda, is if you in any way fuck with Doom Eternal, you will die.
Fuck Doom Eternal.
I kind of want to fuck Doom Eternal. Hope y'all fuck with Doom Eternal. I want to see what's gonna happen.
Don't fuck with Rage 2.
What's that doing?
No, that Rage 2 look fine.
Oh shit!
If they fuck up Doom Eternal, I'm gonna rage the fuck out.
I cannot be pulling out guns and
we are all about non-violence.
I didn't pull out a gun. I pulled out a sword.
Wait, shit! You pulled out a gun?
We heard this.
No, I don't own a gun.
We heard Shay pulled out a gun.
I pull out a gun.
Just because I'm from Kentucky doesn't mean we all own guns.
I do. No, we're talking about Shay.
We heard Shay pull out that yapper.
What you talking
man?
I heard that shit, baby.
You lost your mind right now.
Nah, man, I heard that shit. You
lying. You tripping.
Nah, you tripping. But anyway, let's get to these fucking outros. Big Gun Strat, what's good, Strat? Big Dual Wildies, what you doing?
Shit, man. Y'all really want me to pull out the Glock real quick?
Wait!
Oh.
Is
all right.
We must plan our strategy on Bethesda.
Let's take it all.
I don't agree with
podcast, everyone. Great topics, you know. Get the guests showing up, you know, keeping this thing civil. Good.
DMV fan. I'm just gonna go by who icon is there.
All right. It's DMV fan. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the stream with your friends. Game Awards coming next week. Avengers
Mumbo
4
sauce.
trailer. Yeah, it's gonna be a great week, man. All right.
Also, remember to buy DMV branded mumbo sauce. I heard it's fire.
Yeah.
Oh, here, baby.
Ooh wee!
Ooh wee! You have to put more emphasis on it.
I'm trying to make my parents not be like, what the fuck?
Make sure you follow me, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Hardhead7WD. That's one big word. One big motherfucker. You already know what it is. Make sure y'all if you haven't, you might want to come through the stream. We played Creed today. Oh man.
You know somebody else?
Some fakes. I knocked Rocky the fuck out, dog. He wasn't ready for it. But make sure y'all, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It's appreciated. And share it to your friends if you can. And we out, dog.
Wiggle Waple.
Hey. Oh your favorite casual gamer out here, gaming casually. You can check me out on Twitch, Jig April. Probably might stream today. Play some Battlefield trial allegedly.
That's not alleged. They're giving you the trial.
It's alleged, dog. They said for a fucking week and it's 10 hours. It's like fuck you, EA.
Well, you got
it. I'm out. Y'all, deuces.
Melodic.
What's up, guys? This is Melodic Punk, the punk rock gamer. And despite us going, a little bit left near the end of the podcast, it's been a fun ride. If you got anybody who's interested in these types of podcasts, share it to your friends. Maybe not so much your family. That probably wouldn't be the best sign. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming Smash Ultimate and the Game Awards next week on Thursday, Friday on twitch.tv and YouTube at Melodic Punk. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at The Melodic Punk down the description below. And I'm going to probably start opening up a Discord for any viewers that want to play Smash Ultimate. So yeah, happy Smashmas.
Happy Smashmas.
Himra Nitinga boy.
I really don't like that phrase, Smashmas. I stream when I want. I don't really make videos. I do what I want when I want. Usually when I'm bored, or just to prove a point. That's about it. I don't. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be stomping Melodic's teeth in Smash next week.
Oh,
we'll see. I'll bring out the Belmonts. We'll see.
Fuck your Belmonts.
Who are you trying to pull out?
Link.
Hey, I play Link too, so it's about to be an interesting match.
Damn, I'm the only one that's really trying to run your fucking boy, the fucking best ever. The only Pokemon that deserves some fucking attention in Incineroar.
Yeah, I want to play as him too. Yo, we need to have like a team tournament. Hardhead and I will come in for like D-Generation X.
Oh, dog.
Shouldn't you have a second Belmont if you want to do DX, dog?
You and Hardhead versus.
No, like if we both played as Incineroar.
If you say you and Shokio, I'm
next year, you guys get Jump Force. How about that?
Versus me and Shokio. Let's do it.
Nah, you out your fucking mind, sir.
Let's make it happen.
Here we are.
Let's do it. I want to play against Shokio, so
you gonna have to pay. Shokio only taking
that's
money.
That's the one thing I don't like about Shokio when people
that's right.
Like throw some money on it.
Shokio said he only fight people if they got money to put up.
You want to bet?
Ooh,
oh, man.
I
know Henry could probably get a game in against
I did Red Hood.
Hey guys, this was another great episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button. And you guys can find me on Twitch at RedHood420. I will be live streaming the Game Awards because Jeff Keighley gave the go ahead because of the Twitch policies are getting a little out of hand for me. And YouTube, you can find me there at RedHood420. I do the Overlevel podcast Wednesdays at 9. And you can follow me on Twitter at RedHood240. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Taladia.
You can find me on Twitter, which is at mtaladia. You can also find me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays, where I will also be doing a live reaction with Red Hood of the Game Awards. You can also find me on YouTube, which is Taladia Plays. I'll be doing some videos coming up soon, doing some very interesting thing, talking about comic book games and stuff like that, and giving you guys something exciting to talk about. And yeah, also I'm part of the Overlevel podcast, so make sure you tune in 3 a.m. UK time and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Is it right, Hood?
I don't know when the Game Awards are exactly.
Sound like we all doing
It's 8:30 p.m.
Sometime.
I think I'll be doing a reaction with you all head mid to did.
Are we all gonna do a Game Awards together, or how's this gonna work?
Yeah, that's a question. That's a good question.
If it's what is it's like the 7th, right?
It's the Thursday. It's a Thursday.
It's
December
Thursday,
yeah.
December 6th at I thought it was 8 p.m.
8:30.
8:30 Eastern. Yeah.
If we can all get to the Discord.
Let's assemble the Avengers. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I'll be on
Let's assemble the Justice League. That's it.
I'm about to fight Taladia.
Fuck out of here.
Let's fight Taladia. Everybody jump Taladia.
Oh man, I can't co-sign this.
All right,
That's a
Taladia.
good jump
It's been
too.
good knowing you, Taladia.
Hey man.
Hey, but that's been the podcast for this week. We appreciate y'all for coming through and enjoying our little slice of fucked up reality. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, if you want to try to clap me, if you're trying to do that, I suggest that you get in line. I got a list of people trying to do that already. You know where my Twitter is. You know where my Twitch is. CenturyXJ on Twitch. Anything else? Just hit me up on Twitter DMs. If you want to say my mom sucks dick, it's on Fortnite. Bitch you to it, and we'll see you next week.